Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
And welcome, everybody. We're back. Well, I'm back anyway. Jimbo's not quite here. But welcome to Stay Tuned Sports as we get ready for the watch-along of the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans here on Sunday Night Football on what has been an absolute kind of just bat guanu kind of crazy week 2 here. As you can see by the scoreboard down there, and that's not even telling half the story. Of course, we had the Saints blowing out Dallas in Arlington today. Nutso. Who saw that coming? I mean, we all say, well, New Orleans had a big win against Carolina last week. Like, they're super big. That's going to be a real big problem. Oh, my God. But they're going to go Dallas, and they're going to find, like last week was obviously an aberration because they're playing the Panthers. So there's nothing, right? Yeah, that can't be anything. Right? Dallas with that defense and Micah Parsons, like, come on. And sure enough, they go into AT&T Stadium, and as a famous wrestler once said back in the 90s, they layeth the smacketh down there on the Dallas Cowboys. The Jets won 24-17 in weird fashion. Like, you were hoping that the Jets might have a little bit more of a, I mean, Jet fans at least anyway, certainly were hoping that they'd have a little bit more of a dominating win, a more of a statement win. But you know what? It's the NFL. Star points don't matter. As long as you win, you win. And the Jets have won. So that's 24-17 over Tennessee. Tennessee now 0-2. The Jets 1-1 to start the season. Speaking of Carolina, the Chargers go into Charlotte, and they go ahead and they win 26-3 over the Panthers. It's going to be a long season in Charlotte, Panthers fans. I hate to break it to you. San Francisco, they lose in Minnesota. Because why not? I mean, just of everything. I know that McCaffrey was injured. I know that they've had their own injuries they've been working on. But a lot of people, again, they saw Minnesota play the Giants last week and say, well, Giants defense is terrible. Daniel Jones is terrible, so clearly that win is really not anything that we're really looking at as being, well, sure enough, San Francisco, they make the trip to Minnesota where everybody was picking the Niners, and sure enough, Minnesota and Sam Darnold, Mr. Seeing Ghosts himself, 2-0, San Francisco down to 1-1. Cleveland beats Jacksonville in a game that apparently both teams were trying to lose. And it just happened that Jacksonville was a little bit better at losing this day than Cleveland. They tried to give the game away, and Jacksonville refused to take it. They were like, "No, this is our home. We're not taking it." By the way, Trevor Bank Stadium. Yeah, no, you can't lose if you rename the stadium with the Everbank people as like Trevor Bank. Oh, look at our quarterback, Trevor Bank. Well, you lost. Tampa Bay, as I predicted, as I was saying, I said it in Friday Forecast, and nobody wanted to listen to me. Nobody wanted to listen to the one thing I ever got right. Everything else I get wrong. But this one thing I got right, and that was Tampa Bay going to Detroit. I said there was going to be a tough game. It's going to be a gritty game. It was going to be hard fought. But Baker Mayfield and those Buccaneers were going to come out with a victory. And sure enough, that's what happened. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers leave Detroit, even though Aiden Hutchinson had himself a day. 4.5 sacks, I believe he had. Fumble recovery. Just all kinds of disruption. Great day. Career day, you could say. But Lions still end up losing. Green Bay and Malik Willis, they get the win over Indianapolis. Again, a lot of people picked the Colts in that game. I believe the percentages were in the 80s or close to 90 on some of the pick sites. Picking Indianapolis over Green Bay in Lambeau because of Malik Willis starting. But Green Bay goes ahead. They pull out the win there. They win 16-10. So again, probably another kind of upset, as you would say. We already talked about New Orleans and Dallas, and what kind of game that was. Then, what I don't know which is more shocking is the Cowboys getting blown out the way they did by the New Orleans Saints, or the Las Vegas Raiders going into Baltimore and getting the win, getting the victory against Baltimore, which everybody said, like, listen, they lost by a toenail to Kansas City last week. And we're like, hey, listen, this Baltimore team, they might have just missed it, but they're right there. They're right there. They're going to be right there. And then you have a Vegas team, which not a lot of people are high on. A lot of people saying they're going to be fun to watch, and sure enough, they are, especially with Minshew there. You got Antonio Pierce as coach. You got Devontae Adams. And sure enough, Vegas was able to go into M&T Bank Stadium and get the win over the Baltimore Ravens. Shocking. Seattle, it took overtime against New England. I knew New England was going to be game in this. They went into Cincinnati and beat them in week 1. I knew this was going to be a tough game, tougher game than a lot of people thought. And sure enough, it was. Went to overtime. Seattle was able to get the field goal in overtime and hold on for the overtime victory against the New England Patriots. The Giants scored 3 touchdowns. They were 3 for 3 in the red zone. Daniel Jones played a wonderful game. Was actually very good in this game. Made great decisions. We watched this earlier here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you were here, you saw me and Jimbo watching this game, 1 o'clock game. Daniel Jones played a very good game. Malik Neighbors had a career day for his young rookie career. Was fantastic. He did miss a very crucial 4th down catch. Graham Gano, however, got injured on the first play on the kickoff. Washington had to run it all the way back. There was called back on a holding, but while chasing down the runner, Graham Gano pulled his hamstring. So the Giants had no field goal kicker, no extra point kicker from there on out. So we're not able to take any extra points. They missed 2 2-point conversions that they had tried after they missed. They tried to use their punter as the kicker, and he missed horribly. So the Giants just went for 2 points. Whether they were in field goal range or not, they had to go for 4th down because they couldn't kick a field goal. So the Giants, 3 touchdowns today. They don't give up a single touchdown. But Washington gets 7 field goals, win the game 21-18 over the New York Giants. Again, the most Giants kind of loss you'll see. They played well. They played hard. Maybe the best game they've played in a long time. Daniel Jones threw 2 touchdowns for the first time in 363 days, so almost a full calendar year. The Giants' defense still is woefully terrible. Again, they didn't allow a touchdown, but they let Washington just go up and down the field in between the goal lines. So while they didn't let him in the end zone, they did let him in field goal range. Did not get him to punt once in this game, and it shows as Washington scored on 7 of their drives to get the 21-18 victory over the New York Giants. The Rams get blown out in Arizona by the Cardinals. I did pick the Cardinals to win this game. I didn't know it was going to be a blowout. I knew the Rams had a lot of injuries they were dealing with, but they ended up pulling out the victory, pulling it out. And by pulling it out, I mean they pulled it out and slapped it all over the Rams' face because it was 41-10. Hell of a victory by the Arizona Cardinals. They're 1-1. LA starting off 0-2. A lot of people were high on the Rams coming into the season, but the injury bug did hit them rather early. And they had that overtime loss in Detroit, and now they're down 0-2 after getting blown out by the Arizona Cardinals. Pittsburgh with the 13-6 win in Denver. Pittsburgh's going to have a ton of wins like this year. Pittsburgh might get enough wins. They might make the wild card. They might be a playoff team, and it's going to be with wins like this. Their defense is going to win games for them because their offense certainly isn't going to be that efficient, but their defense is world class. So there you go. Pittsburgh 13-6. Over Bo Nix, who threw another late interception. He threw a couple interceptions, I believe, in this game. He did not play well, unfortunately. Denver still hoping that he comes around and does a little bit better. They're in the Mile High City. Cincinnati, they lose by 1 point on a last-second Harrison Butker field goal as the Chiefs win 26-25. Cincinnati had that game won, and then there was a pass interference call on pass interference call on a 4th and long shot. But, looking at it, a lot of people are going to say that the refs helped out the Chiefs and bailed them out. He did get there early, and that's the thing. He got there early. There's no argument about that. So there's not really much you can say about it. To me, there's not much you can say about it. It was interference. He did get there early. Maybe you try to hold on to the flag at that point in the game. Maybe you do things like that. I don't know. But as it stands, it's a loss for the Bengals, and it is a win for the Chiefs. Taylor Swift showed up there. Very disappointed. She had on a very loose-fitting, big baggy shirt. I was hoping she was going to let the balcony out today. She did not. So that is unfortunate. But listen, you can't always get what you want. I wanted the Giants' victory today too, and that didn't work out. So here we are, getting ready for Sunday Night Football. Thank you for joining us here. If you like what you're watching, if you like what you see, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe down there. It's all the good stuff if you like to do that. And every subscription helps. We're trying to get closer and closer and closer to monetization. That helps us out. Speaking of money, speaking of monetization, if you do want to help us out, we do have our donation station link that is down in the description as well, along with our merch link. If you want to go check that out, we have a bunch of hoodies, a couple of shirts. You can go check that out. All new stuff being added to the store all the time, as well as our Discord link. That is down there as well, so you can go see that and help us out. All right. Get some more stuff here. Set and ready to go for everybody as we are getting ready for Sunday Night Football here to kick off again. The Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams did not have a great first game, did Caleb Williams, but the Bears defense stepped up and were able to win against the Tennessee Titans, as we kind of saw last week. Tennessee got some problems. I think that's clear. But we'll see what happens in this game. How will what's going on here? Let me see. I'm screwing all kinds of stuff up here. We'll see how the Strouds, as some people have come to be calling them, deal with the Bears with this defense. How will they come into this game? I'm excited to see where we go. This is why the NFL, I think, wanted this matchup. You have last year's rookie quarterback phenomenon, and you have this year's rookie quarterback phenomenon, even though, Caleb hasn't quite played yet. Again, it's 1 week, so it's not much to really say, but we'll see what happens in this game. Oh man, I'll tell you what, doing a bunch of these games does take a toll on your throat. There is no question about that. So let's go back over here. Let's see how we're doing over here. Hey, we're still here. How you doing, everybody? As we watch Carrie Underwood shake her ass and present us with Sunday Night Football, which we thank you so very much for, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do. And here come your Houston Texans. All dressed up in the icy, icy white. There we go with Chris Collinsworth there. Doing his slide in, if you will. Mike Tirico, not a big fan. And if you're not a big fan either, that's probably watching me or one of the other streamers on here. And if you're watching me and watching us here at Stay Tuned Sports, I want to thank you so much for doing so. As we get ready for Sunday night. I don't sing as well as Carrie Underwood, but we're here. If you like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe to us, once you subscribe, you're able to go ahead and jump in the chat, talk with us, say what's up, say how you're doing. How did your team do today? How did your fantasy team do today? What's on your mind? Anything you want to talk about, jump right in the chat. Right there, ready to go. I'm ready to kick this game off and see, and hopefully get some more exciting football. Today's, like I said, today's been wild. It's been an absolutely wild day. So I'm excited to see what this game holds, has in store for us as we get ready to kick it off. Checking out Twitter X here for a little bit. There's a poll here. Again, a lot of people said that the refs bailed out the Chiefs again in their game. Watching the Pat McAfee, famous sports personality, he's got a poll up right now asking, was it pass interference or did the refs bail him out? And right now, and I think correctly so, 47.2% say that yes, it was pass interference. Another 24.4% said that yes, it was pass interference, but you can't call it. 20% said no, that wasn't pass interference. And 8.4% said just a hater of the Chiefs. So, but I think that's the thing. As much as you hate to see it, because it is the Chiefs, and because they have the refs call all their stuff, the refs are on their side. The refs. I think people automatically go to that. But watching the play, he got there early. Like, there's no argument to it. There's nothing else you could say about it. He got there early. So, I mean, I don't know what else you want to be said, about all that. Like, you can't make that kind of mistake in that kind of situation. In my mind. Sorry, my goodness. Oh. Again, these games, they do take a toll on your voice. I'm gonna need to. I'm not a tea drinker normally. I think I might have to start being one though. Like, because again, doing all of these games that I do here now on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, we did the Giants one earlier today, and we will be doing, we're doing this one now. I'm doing this one now. And then, of course, tomorrow will be the Eagles and Falcons. So I'll be doing that one. Plus, we do Thursday. So we're going to be doing roughly 4 games every week, sometimes 5, depending on how good the Sunday slate is. If the Giants and Eagles are on at 1 and 4, then we'll do that, plus a Sunday night game. So we'll be doing a lot. But I feel that that it takes a toll on your throat. And I know some of the announcers there, they do a lot of the vocal coach stuff, and they do a lot of the teas and different like things and lozenges. Like there's stuff called, like, what is it? There's a spray called Announcer's Friend or something that helps with the throat and helps with like almost numbing and stuff like that. So we'll see how we go, but I get it now. Like, I know why they have to do that, because doing all these games, this is going to be the 9th game that I've called in 2 weeks. We called Thursday, Friday, 2 Sundays, Monday, and then Thursday, then the one earlier today. Now this one was going to be 8, okay, and then tomorrow will be the 9th one. So in 2 weeks we're doing 9 games. I'm doing 9 games here. That certainly takes a toll. It takes a little bit of a toll on you, So we will see what I do to go ahead and try to fix this, because I don't want to be like hocking up along or trying to, you're like like that shit gets annoying. Like, I get that. So. right. There we go. That's a little better. So here we go. They're introducing everybody, introducing Caleb's family there, talking about them, and hyping them up here. And Notre Dame kicked his ass last year. I just want to point that out. Just saying. I'm just saying. Didn't we kick his ass the year before, too? I think Notre Dame kicked his ass the last 2 years he was there. I think. I'm just saying. I believe that's what it was. There's Dana Price and Kimberly Stroud. Two proud mamas. Two proud mamas of this buzz. Good young boys. Just proud of their young, strong boys. Melissa Stark. Looking as good as ever. Interviewing Stroud over here. On Sunday Night Football. Let me put out a link. That's probably a good idea. I put some out on the social media. And let's see. I had a call from my nephew, but I can't take that right now. Sorry, Thomas. If you're watching, Thomas. Sorry. Not able to answer the phone. And now let me put out a link here. Okay, doing a stream of the game. Okay, there we go. So now let's go ahead. We see D'Amico Ryans there in his second season as the Texans coach. Nobody saw the Texans coming last year. They were one of those. The NFL always has the surprises. They really do. Every year there's at least one. Texans, I think, last year we're the surprise team. I think we can all agree on that. Beautiful NRG Stadium there in Houston. As we're getting ready for kickoff. Roof is open in Houston. As we get a look at the Texans cheerleaders, looking mighty fine and respectable. Fine women, fine cheerleaders, supporting their teams, supporting the boys there, helping them out, leading the cheers for the crowd, thus cheerleaders. Understand that? Chicago wearing their all-orange uniforms there, which look surprisingly awful. Maybe not surprisingly awful. I think expectedly awful. It really looks like ass. I don't like those uniforms. I don't like the orange helmet. I don't like they don't look like the Bears. They look like Bengals. Like it looks bad. I don't know. Dynamic kickoff to the Texans, and they will take it out. Here we go. They bring it to the 20, to the 25, tripped up, down at the 29-yard line. And that is where the Texans will start the game. Here comes C.J. Stroud. Joe Mixon had a great week last week for the Texans, looking to go ahead and extend that great game, the season that he's had so far. A season by game is one game. It's only week 2. That's the other thing, too. Like, a lot of people are going to have big overreactions about what happened this week because some crazy shit happened. And me and Jimbo will be talking about that, of course, on the Countdown on Tuesdays and the flagship show on Wednesdays. We'll be talking about that as well. Stroud takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks, throws. That ball is tipped in, almost intercepted. Not the way you want to start off the game if you are the Houston Texans. So 2nd and 10 after what could have been a disastrous start there for the Texans, but was not. Second down, Stroud takes the snap, throws, and he's got Jordan over the middle. And that's going to be a gain of about 6 or so, I would like to say. But who knows? Sometimes I'm wrong. In fact, most times I'm wrong. So we got 3rd and 6. I thought he got 6 yards. I guess he only got 4. Bad eyes. 3rd and 6. Stroud in. Shotgun takes a snap back. Looks to throw. And that is going to be completed to Mixon. It looks like he was looking around seeing if the ref called it a catch or not. I don't know. It looked like he was kind of guilty about not catching it. I don't know. But I think that is a catch. And that is a first down. And the Texans move the ball. They got a fresh set of downs here. $13:33 here in the first. Texans, all kinds of movement. Stroud under center. Quick handoff here to Mixon. He kicks it out around the round side. Around the round side. He goes around the outside. Either way, that's going to be a gain of about 16 yards, something like that. That's a hell of a gain. Good gain. 15 yards, 16 yards, something like that. Mixon, having a great start to the beginning of his year. A lot of people counted him out. They said, he's out of Cincinnati. He wasn't doing real great in Cincinnati. I don't think he's going to be doing great in Houston. He is shutting people up. Let's be honest. He's playing really well here for the Texans. So fresh set of downs on the Chicago 43-yard line. Handoff to Mixon again. No, I'm sorry. That's not Mixon. That is Akers. Mixon is taking a blow on the sidelines. So Cam Akers with the carry, but did not get a significant amount of yardage. Second and 10 for the Texans. Stroud under center. They're going to call flags. Chicago pointing, saying there was movement on the line. And indeed there was, as the hand jive is performed by the referee for false start. That'll be on 76 Green of the Texans, and sure enough, he did flinch just a little bit before the snap. So 11:52, 11:51, 11:50. Ticking off here in the first quarter. 2nd and 15. Stroud takes a snap in shotgun. Back, looks, throws over the middle. That is going to be caught by... Couldn't see the number. Is that Akers? Is that Mixon? It's one of them. Akers. Looks like it's Akers. No. Yes? No. Yes? No. Yes? Yes. Akers. Caught but immediately hit. So only a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 12 now. So 3rd and rather long here for the Texans in their new uniforms. All white they're wearing today at home. Not a big fan of the Texans uniform rebrand here. Not really great. Anyway, Stroud takes the snap back, throws. That's going to be cut. But that is not going to be close enough for a first down. That time I do believe it was Joe Mixon with the reception, but was unable to get to the first down. So it is now 4th down here for the Texans, and they will be forced. I thought they were going to be forced to punt, but they're going to be kicking a field goal here. This will be a 56-yard attempt from the horn of the bull at center field. Kick is up, and it is. Wow, he split the uprights. Wow, and that was good from another 15 yards. Big leg, big kick. Hell of a kick. And we have our first lead of the game, the first points of the game, the Houston Texans leading the Chicago Bears 3-0 here on Sunday Night Football. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. I want to thank you so much for doing so. To everybody who has subscribed and just watched us, thank you so much for watching, for subscribing. You don't know how much that means to us. It does mean a ton for me, to Jimbo, to everybody here. Thank you so much. And if you are watching, you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. Share us around like herpes or whatever your favorite STD is, your STD of choice, if you will. Just share us around, spread us around, let the word out that we're here and that we do these games every single week. We do Thursday. We do at least one of the Sunday day games, whether it's 1 or 4 p.m., depending on how the Giants and Eagles schedules. It might be 2 games for a 1 and a 4. Plus Sunday night, we always do Sunday night. The games we always do will be Thursday night, at least one Sunday day game. We will also do Sunday night and Monday night. Those are always the games that we will be doing. And we will always be covering at least the Giants game that'll be on, because I'm a Giants fan, and the Eagles game, because Jimbo is an Eagles fan. So we will always be covering either the Giants or the Eagles, whatever they play that week. So that's always going to be one of the games that we cover. But the primetime games are going to be their own thing, and that's what we cover as well. So covering a bunch of games, Giants and Eagles as well. So if you're a fan of the Giants, fan of the Eagles, you want to come watch us, that's fine. You want to watch us do the primetime games, you can watch us do that as well. We do all that stuff. Plus, we have our own shows. We have the Countdown, which is mine and Jimbo's power ranking show, which comes out every Tuesday. We go ahead and put that out. Then we have, obviously, the main show, Stay Tuned Sports, the flagship, the mothership, the OG. That comes out every single Wednesday. We're doing that. And then on Fridays, we have the Friday forecast, and that's where me and Jimbo go ahead and make our picks for the week and how we're doing. And this week is no different than last week for me. I suck at picking games. I got a couple right. I picked Tampa Bay going to Detroit and winning. I picked Arizona winning against the Rams. So I got a couple. Ones. But then I also lost like a ton of other ones. So ones that I think everybody lost. I think everybody lost the Baltimore pick because nobody's, I think, saw the Raiders going in there. I think everybody lost the Indianapolis and Green Bay pick because I think just about everybody in our group picked Indianapolis to go ahead and win. So, again, it's been a very weird week, too, here in the NFL. And I want to thank you for spending some of your time of it with us. Thank you so very much for that and for all that you do. Houston kicks it off, and that dynamic kickoff will be taken at the goal line and taken out. And the Bears only get it to the 23.5, no, close to the 24-yard line. And that is where Caleb Williams will get his first possession of the game here, along with the Bears, who look more like the Bengals in this game. Stop wearing the orange. I'd rather they'd wear the throwback with the cool stripes on this jersey and the 3 stripes on the helmet. That looks cool. Wear that. Don't wear this nonsense. That looks like crap. I'm a uniform junkie, so I have, I guess, weird tastes because I like different aesthetics, but this aesthetic is awful. It sucks. 1st and 10 for Caleb Williams. Back throws, and that's going to be caught for about, what is that, 3 yards, I want to say? It's about 3 yards. Gerald Everett with the catch. Caleb Williams, shotgun, 2nd and 8. He hands the ball off, and that is going to be a loss of 3 yards for the Bears. Houston's defense sniffed that right out, and nothing. So, they gained about 3 yards on the first play. They lose 3 yards on the second play. We're going to have 3rd and 10 here for the Chicago Bears. Hunter right off the edge, just bowls over the offensive guard tackle. Like he's not even there. Caleb jumps up to the line, calling out protections. 3-man front here for Houston. Looks like they're going to be bringing some pressure. They do. Protection holds up. Caleb throws, and that's going to be caught for a 1st down. That's a gain of about 12 yards for Chicago. A hell of a bullet there from Caleb Williams. Got that to DeAndre Carter on the sidelines, and that is a Bears 1st down. 8:45 left here in the first quarter if you're watching along here. Again, gets it to DeAndre Carter. And again, it's going to be a first down with some good yak there from DeAndre. And the Bears, after what looked like might have been a shaky start to the drive, moving the ball. Again, we have Caleb. He's going to be under center here. From their own 47-yard line, hands it off, and that is going to be a loss. DeAndre Swift not able to get anything going so far. The 2 carries he's had so far have gone for losses. Not great. As we go ahead and recycle through the starters here for the Texans defense. 2nd and 10 for Chicago. I thought he would have lost a couple yards. Apparently, he got back to the line of scrimmage. But anyway, Caleb throws, completes it to DeAndre Swift coming out of the backfield. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. So we got 3rd down and 2, I want to say. 3rd and short, either way. Caleb looking poised, making some decent decisions here with the ball. Not anything generally offensive done so far. Being efficient, that's all you can really ask for. You want to have your quarterback be efficient. He's in shotgun now, 3rd and 2. Here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff, looks, throws, and he gets him in stride. Who is that who got it? Is that Carter again? That was a great pass. Hit him right in stride as he's cutting right up the slot. Great pass. No, that was not. That was DJ Moore. Okay. I couldn't see a number when he threw it originally. Couldn't see the number when he got it. But there you go. So DJ Moore now in on the action here. Again, Caleb's got weapons around him. They put weapons around him. So he's got things to work with here. He's got guys to work with. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Texans. Hand off to Swift, and he's going to get 2 yards, maybe 3, depending on where they spot it. As we are now below 6 minutes here in the quarter, 5:48. As we're just chugging along here on Sunday Night Football. Thank you for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. Nice to see you. Like what you're seeing. Subscribe. Join us in the chat. Say what's up. Let us know how your team did today. Let us know your opinions, what you're thinking, what you're saying, what's going on, all the fun stuff. You can do all that once you subscribe. Jump in the chat. Caleb back in shotgun. Again, hands it off to DeAndre, but he gets nowhere. In fact, it looks like he might have lost a yard. So, again, DeAndre, couple receptions where he got some good yards, but as far as running, has not really been able to get going so far here in the first quarter. And we've got 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Bears. And their orange, ugly uniforms. We're now 4:45 here in the first quarter. Caleb in shotgun. He's looking, gets a ton of pressure and gets sandwiched in the back. That is going to be a big 3rd down sack for the Texans. And the Bears are going to have to settle for a field goal. If that didn't knock them out of field goal range. I don't think it did. But he got absolutely sandwiched and crunched on that. So Cairo Santos sets himself up for a 53-yard field goal attempt. Here's the snap. Hold. Kick. It is up, and that is going to split the uprights perfectly. What a hell of a kick. Did that bounce off the crossbar? I thought he split it perfectly. It might have hit the camera. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's good. 3 points for the Bears. And we are all tied up here in Houston here on Sunday night. That looked like it was going to split by a while, yeah. I know, hit the camera. I mean, if it hits the camera, that's got to be good, right? They just marked that as good. You can't say it's not good if it hits the camera. The camera's in between the uprights. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Get the camera the hell out of the way. Either way. People still bitching about the Chiefs game. That's what people are going to do. Checking out the Twitter, seeing what's going on, and let me see that. That Giant game. Scoring 3 touchdowns and you lose the game because your kicker's hurt. And your defense sucks. The Giants' defense is awful. Thank you for joining us here at Stadium Sports. Man, I get lost sometimes in the sauce here on Twitter, just looking at stuff here, trying to see what's going on. Update everybody, see how we're doing. Ooh, is that Shania Twain? Hello. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, it looks. That's all it takes to snap me back to reality, huh? I'm a simple man. I'm a very simple man. Just an innocent man. We're just men. We're just innocent men. I was going to say, Caleb played. I liked his decision. He had pretty good decision making on that drive. Played very well. DeAndre Swift cannot get anything going back there for them. So not sure how that's going to work out. You're going to eventually have to get that running game going, or the Texans are going to be able to get a lot more sacks in on Caleb. Kickoff is off. That's in the landing zone, so that will be brought out by Houston, and they bring it up to the 33-yard line. But we have a flag. Flag is down. The flag is there. Look out for the flag. Why am I singing? I don't know. I always sing when the flags come out. I don't know why. Mr. Official, what's the call? It's going to be holding on the Texans, so that'll be coming back a little bit on that return, and we will get a 1st and 10 from a little bit further back in their own end for the Houston Texans. And, yeah, Boyd, I don't know what he was doing. It looks like he was trying to wrestle with my man. Had his arms wrapped around him. Can't do that. That is what is deemed illegal here in the NFL. 3:45 here in the first quarter. Not Caleb, sorry. That's C.J. Stroud in shotgun because Houston has the ball. That's going to be a pass over the middle. That's going to be caught. Nico Collins. Big gain. 1st down. Texans. As they are starting to move the ball. Up to the 42-yard line there for Nico and the Texans. So another 1st and 10 from just inside the 40-yard line here for Houston. CJ under center. Takes the snap, pitches it out to Mixon. Looks like he slipped a little bit, but he's still able to get about 4 yards on the carry. Showing that CJ had 274 passing yards per game. Had 236, longest current active streak of pass attempts without an interception. You know that that's going to be death for the Texans. That means CJ's throwing a pick sometime this game. Announcer's curse. As they always said, that is batted up in the air. Almost could have been that interception that we were talking about, but it wasn't. That was batted way the hell up in the air. And it falls incomplete. And that's going to be 3rd 7 now here for the Texans. That Sweat, man, he is a different kind of animal. Great, great, great defensive player. Wish the Giants had somebody like him that, didn't disappear on defense, that actually played well. 3rd and 7. Stroud and shotgun back. Looks, throws. That's going to be caught and just short. Nico Collins tried to do a little shimmy and shake. Did not get vertical. And it looks like he's going to be short of the 1st down. So it's going to be 4th and 1. With under 2 minutes here in the 1st quarter. Nico needed to get vertical. He needed to push. He didn't. Tried to do a dance to get there. Chicago was able to go ahead and hold him. And yes, he did not make that. So 4th and 1. CJ under center. Takes the snap. Passes it off to the side. He gets it. That's completed. And that is a 1st down. And that is big yardage. That's from their tight end. Who's that? Cade Stover. Huge play there for the Texans. Looked like they had the jumbo package. Looked like they're going to try to run it right up the middle. Maybe QB sneak. Maybe give it to Mixon. Nope. Pass it out to Stover there. Nobody out there. He's got green plastic in front of him just to run as much as his big, heavy heart's content. 1st down for the Texans. 18-yard gain as we are now at 1 minute left here in the 1st quarter. At the 32-yard line of the Bears. Hand off. Kind of a bit of an end around here. That's going to be another 1st down for the Texans. That was a handoff to old Tank. Tank Dell with that carry. That'll end around there. D'Amico's having a laugh. He's having fun. It's fun when your offense moves and you can kind of just have these fun, exciting plays. Good block out there by 87, that tight end Stover that we just saw, who had that big play. So he's had a couple of nice plays here now for the Texans. Getting things open for them. 2 straight 1st downs after that 4th down conversion. And they are moving here. They are at the 14-yard line. Stroud under center. Hands it off. Who was that? Mixon. Yeah, that was Mixon. And that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter as the Texans are driving in Bears territory. Oh, what's this? End of the quarter. We have a flag, though. We have a flag. Referees coming to confer. What do we got? What do we got, ladies and gentlemen? Waiting for the officials with bated breath to see what do we got as far as a call here. What are we doing? Come on, Mr. Official. Go flex your arms as you make the call. This is unsportsmanlike conduct is on the Texans. Nico Collins gets it. Which the Bear... Oh, they always get the retaliation. They always get the retaliation. Listen, the Bear put his finger in his face. Put his finger in his face mask. And no call. But Listen, as a big hockey fan, it's the one thing I know. It's a law of the land. They will always get the retaliation. They never get the instigator. They will always get the retaliation. And there, Nico retaliated, kind of threw a slap across the face mask, but that's enough. And that'll get you unsportsmanlike. That'll get you 15 yards. And that puts the Texans now, who were driving and looking like they had something pretty good. And that kind of hurts a little bit. That kind of hurts a little bit for him. And that's a shame. That's a shame because he had his finger in his face mask. And you figure that would be the first call. But that's never the first call. It's never the instigator. Again, whether it's hockey, whether it's football, that's one of the first rules we always learned. Don't go back. Don't retaliate. Because if you go retaliate, guess who's going to the box? Guess who's getting the penalty? It's going to be you. And the same with football. If you're caught doing a retaliation, guess what? The retaliator, you're getting the penalty. So, not great there for the Texans. Just as everything seemed to be going pretty all right here for them on this particular drive. That's a shame. So we'll see. We'll see if they're able to overcome this 15-yard penalty, continue their drive going, and try to get the first touchdown of the game down there in NRG Stadium in beautiful Houston, Texas. I don't know if Houston's beautiful or not. I've never been there, so I'm sure some people believe it's beautiful. I'm sure some people probably say it's not. I'm not sure. Again, I've never been there. I live in Bayonne, which is a real shitty city, and will never be called beautiful by anybody. So I'm in no position to talk. Checking out X Twitter here, trying to see what we got. A lot of people still pissed off about the Chiefs and that call at the win. Again, I know it's the Chiefs. I know it sucks, and I know it's all that stuff. But at the end of the day, Bengal defender got there early, and it was pass interference. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Pass interference in the first quarter is pass interference in the fourth quarter, and that I don't want to say that cost them the game, but it certainly didn't help them win it. That's for sure. So 2nd and 24 here for Houston now, from the 28-yard line of the Bears. Big pass over the middle, caught by Nico Collins, and that's going to be a touchdown. But there is another flag down. Nico trying to make up for the fact that he had the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. What's the flag, though? Will this touchdown stand or not? Illegal use of contact or illegal contact there by the Bears. That's going to stand. Touchdown, Houston Texans. Nico Collins, a hell of a throw by C.J. Stroud over the middle. Hell of a route by Nico Collins. Caught and then able to get away, break a couple of tackles there. Gets in, says, "Get the off me," as he barrels his way into the end zone. Nico with a touchdown. Extra point upcoming here for the Texans. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is goody good. And the Texans take a 10-3 lead over the orange-clad Chicago Bears. And Nico, again, said 2nd and 24 because of his unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, his retaliation penalty. And what does he do? He goes and immediately redeems himself with a beautifully ran route, beautifully passed ball from C.J. Stroud to him. He gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Texans. And they are moving. That's just pretty football. As a Giants fan, you don't get to see a lot of that. Although I will say this. Daniel Jones played a good game today. Today is not on Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones played a very good game. He made good decisions. He made good throws. He made good passes. He seems to have a problem with overthrowing Malik Neighbors. I don't know if he's overestimating his speed or if Malik Neighbors is kind of maybe getting checked on the line of scrimmage and something's happening where it's slowing down to whatever his route is. But outside of that, outside of those couple of overthrows to Malik on the deeper balls, Malik played a very great game. Except again, that dropped pass on the fourth down in the fourth quarter, you can't have it. Like, you have to make sure you catch that. And I'm not going to say that's the reason the Giants lost either, because it's not. I think the defense has a lot more to do with the Giants' loss than anything else. Like I said, you had Daniel Jones throwing 2 touchdowns today. He made great throws. The Giants had 3 touchdowns. They were 3 for 3 in the red zone when it came to touchdowns. And just Graham Gano was hurt on the initial kickoff that was called back. So, like, he was trying to run down a kickoff return and didn't really need to because there was a penalty. It's sad. But the Texans kicked the ball out of the end zone, so the Bears will get it at the 30 as we have another dynamic touchback here. But I've seen a lot more returns today than I've seen the last couple weeks. So I don't know if maybe the NFL sent the message to everybody, is like, get it in the landing zone, no more touchbacks. But there were a lot more returns today than I've seen over the last couple weeks. So I don't know, maybe there's a memo sent out. It's like, kick the ball in the landing zone. We need to make this look good. So we got it. Was that a direct snap to DJ Moore? I have no idea. I kind of missed it. As I was talking sensually into the microphone. That's what I get. That's what I get for trying to be funny or trying to do something fun. I miss a play, but again, not much of a gain there. I want to say about 2 yards there for DJ Moore on the play. So it'll be second and about 8, second and 7, somewhere around there for the Chicago Bears coming up here. Actually, no, he got no yardage. So it's second and 10 for the Chicago Bears. I need to shut the fuck up. Caleb Williams back to throw. That's going to be complete. So they get a little bit closer to the first down. That was complete to his rookie teammate there, Odunze. We're going to have 3rd and 4. So 3rd and very manageable here for the Bears. Caleb looking for the play coming from the sideline. 15 seconds left on the play clock. We are down to 10. They break the huddle, trying to line up here. We are below 5 seconds on the play clock. The snap gets off. Caleb looking, throws out of bounds. He just throws it away. He got pressure. That play looked like it just fell apart from the start. Looks like there might have been some confusion about what was supposed to happen, who was supposed to be where. There was nobody there. Caleb had to just chuck it out of bounds. 4th and 4, and the Bears will be forced to punt the ball away. And Houston will get the ball right back here after a quick 3 and out from Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bengals. 13:40 left here in the second quarter if you're watching here with us. And if you are, thank you so much. Please subscribe. That helps. Also, give us a couple likes. That also helps as well. Gets us in the algorithm. Getting in the rhythm is always a good thing, no matter what it is in life, whether it's here on YouTube or in the bedroom. Rhythm is everything. It really is. Also, share us. Please share us around. We have the share button there. It has the links. You can share us to all the different social platforms. Share us like I always say. Share us like herpes or your favorite STD of choice. That always is fun to do. Well, maybe not spreading STDs. That's not fun. I guess it could be fun for that person, but it sucks for everybody else. So don't do that. Don't be that guy. Or girl. Whoever. We'll be equal on that one. Just don't do it. talking with my nephew. He's a big football guy. Listen. If this kid's not in like the Big Ten or something, I don't know what anybody's looking at. If you're a scout, look at this kid. He's going to be something else. I'm telling you like that. I'm excited. I'm excited for how his football career is going to go. Because he's an absolute beast. He's an absolute beast. You're going to see him. You're going to see him at a big time school. I guarantee. There's no way he's not. Like, he's just a monster. It's an absolute football monster. And Pennsylvania. He's a Pennsylvania boy. And Pennsylvania is a football. That is a football state through and through. You have Pennsylvania, Texas, California, Florida. Like, those are your Ohio. Those are your big football states, man. And that's he's going to be something there. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Apparently during... Oh, didn't mean to shock you, brother. All right, here we go. We're back. 13:33 left here in the second quarter. C.J. Stroud takes the ball here at the 23-yard line, hands it off to Mixon, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be all he gets there. So we're going to have a 2nd and 10 here for the Houston Texans. As we look with 13:06 left and counting here. 2nd and 10. Stroud in shotgun. Mixon in motion all the way out to left. He goes wide out now on the right. Sorry, not left, right. Stroud throws. That is off of Mixon as he tries to hit him in the middle. Incomplete. And that'll be 3rd and 10. I forgot to move the possession arrow. Yoink. So it's 3rd down before I even remembered to move the ball. Sorry, everybody. But there it is. Ball's over there. See Stephon Diggs on the sideline yelling at his teammates. I don't know if he's giving them words of encouragement or whatever. But we'll see. 3rd and 10 here. Stroud and shotgun, takes a snap, back, looks, got time, throws, touch to Diggs. That's going to be a 1st down for Houston. Big gain. There's about 14 yards there. Big reception coming from Diggs. That's his first touch of the game. I want to say that's almost like a 20-yard gain. Never mind. But we have, what was there? Timeout? Early motion? What do we got? There's no flag, is there? Or are they reviewing? They're going to review this? Let's see. He catches. Foot down. Foot dragged. Caught. Still has the ball. That's a catch. That's a good catch. Catch. Drag. Good. Was that an official challenge, or is that just a view from upstairs? No, Chicago is challenging. My bad. Chicago is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed catch, but that is clearly a completed catch. So I don't know why the Bears are challenging that one, but that is going to be the call is confirmed on the field. And the Bears are going to lose a challenge. I don't think there's any doubt about that. That almost reminds me of the one earlier today with the Giants where Daboll called a challenge. Again, he called one challenge, and that was a good one. He called another challenge that the refs didn't see apparently in time, and he got pissed about it, as he should. And they threw another challenge flag on something similar where it was like, it was very clearly a reception, and he still threw a challenge flag. So, don't know what that was about. But this kind of reminds me of that, because that looks like that is going to be, that one, that's going to stand. That looks like that's going to stand. Kyler Murray had a perfect passer rating today. And, well, again, the Cardinals really shellacked the injury-prone Rams here today. So Kyler, though, 158.3 passer rating. You can't get a better passer rating than that. Good for him. Again, maybe he's put COD down, and he's focusing clearly on the job and the task at hand that he has here. Apparently in the Bengals game, there was a call on sportsmanlike conduct on Jamar Chase by referee Alex Kemp. And on his official report for after the game, he said, because people were trying to find out what was said, he says, "I'm not going to repeat to you what he said, but there was no interpretation with the language that he used. It was just abusive language." And of course, people are going to still say that was it's just the refs being the refs and all of that nonsense, and that they're on the Chiefs' side because the Chiefs, the refs change allegiances too. Like everybody said that about the Patriots too. Like, oh, the refs are on their side. The refs are on their side. Why did they change their allegiance then? If the refs are on the Patriots' side, why aren't they still on the Patriots' side? Why are the Patriots, not good anymore? Throw from CJ from basically on his knees, almost on a sack. That's going to be caught by Nico Collins, and that's going to be a first down as they are now deep into Bears territory. CJ Stroud cutting up this Bears defense, which played so well last week, granted against the Titans, but played so well last week, and this week appears to be just getting carved up here by CJ. As we see CJ's mama in the crowd, loving what her son is doing tonight. I see it's 10 of 13, 131 yards already, and a touchdown. Mix in with the carry, and that's going to get him to the line of scrimmage. Second down and about 10 yards again for the Houston Texans at NRG Stadium. Montez Sweat taking a breather on the sidelines. We get a handoff in the backfield and a little shifty movement, but not a lot going on there for Tank Dell. Gets a couple of yards, but it's going to be third and long here for the Texans as we take a look at Dalton Schultz there. 3rd and 6 for Houston and the Strouds. As they line up, CJ is in shotgun. He's got, looks like trips left. No, not really. Not trips left. He only got 2 left there. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be dove. Did he get the first down? Did Diggs get the first down? They're going to call him out about 2 yards short of the first down. He did a dive, but the ball crossed out of bounds before the first down marker. So it looks more like 4th and 2. They're saying technically 4th and 1. Yes, he stretched his arms out, but it depends on where it crosses the out of bound lines. That might still be a first down. That will be close. And Houston now is throwing the challenge flag. Oh, I still had the challenge up there for the Bears. Jeez. Oof. I'm being rough on the graphics today, folks. Sorry about that, but we'll just switch the graphic over there. Because they went to a commercial, and my mind went blank, and I started looking at other stuff, and I forgot that I had the damn challenge graphic up there. So that's on me. That's my fault. Sorry, everybody. But still, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. And join us in the chat here. And tell us, how'd your team do today? How'd your fantasy team do today? How'd anything else on your mind? Anything else going on? Let us know. Let's see what more of the Twitterverse is thinking. Yeah, that was really a dumb challenge by Eberflus. I don't know why the Bears challenged that catch by Stephon Diggs. That was a clear catch, and it happened right in front of him too. So I don't get it. A lot of praise for C.J. Stroud on that, and it's hard not to. He's been playing really well, kind of carving up that Bears defense. He's done just fantastic stuff here so far in this first half against the Bears. As the Texans have a challenge out on the first down spot, they didn't get it. They marked Stephon Diggs about, I want to say, 2 yards short, but apparently he's a little less than that, so they're calling it a long one. Which is how a lot of men measure certain things. And just, it seems very long. It's a long one, but it's long. It's very long. It's a long one. Sure it is. So we'll see. We'll see if the review comes back with anything. It has to be clear evidence that it was a bad call. Will that be the case? Will they come back with that call? Or will they say the call stands? We don't know. As we come back here, we see a Chevy commercial happening and more NBC commercials here, and we're waiting to see what we have here on this call. What do we got, ref? What do we got, Mr. Official? Let us know as we're looking around here. And the call stands as it was, not a first down. So both teams have lost the challenge so far in this game. That's the thing. You have to judge where the ball crossed out and where was it. That's close. It's very close. And I think it's closer than what the spot was, to tell you the truth. I think it's actually a little bit closer than that. But it looks like it was crossed out just short of the first down. Hell of an effort there. But Kaimi Fairbairn, I don't know how to say his first name. Is it Kaimi? Kaimi? Either way, he's out there trying to put 3 more points on the board, and he's going to do so with ease. Just making it look easy with that field goal kick. And now the Texans have a full 10-point lead on the Chicago Bears, 13-3. Here with 9:55, just under 10 minutes here in the second quarter. Caleb Williams has not been able to get too much working so far here in the first half. Let's see if this drive, he can get some magic going here for the Chicago Bears. He's going to need something here. The Bears have had 14 seasons without a quarterback to start all of their games. That's interesting. Longest such streak in the NFL. Most starting quarterbacks since 2016. The Browns have had 15. The Commanders, Redskins, Washington football team of Redskin Commanders have had 14. The Bears and Broncos have 13. So not great. Not great when it comes to finding your solid starting quarterback. The Bears hoping they have it with Caleb. And they might. But again, he is a rookie. Early days, not everybody's going to be C.J. Stroud. as Fairbairn gets ready for the kickoff. Will we have a dynamic return, or will this one be out of the back of the end zone? We will see in just a second as the kick is up. And it will fall about 4 yards, 5 yards deep in the end zone, and that will be knelt, touchback, and the Bears will get the ball on the 30. Oh, why did the timeouts go away? Yeah, there you go. I'm just hitting all kinds of buttons here. Oh, that's why, because I went to go hit the home possession and missed the wrong one. There we go. That'll be why. Hey, Russell Wilson there with a young Caleb Williams, back when Russell Wilson was considered to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Boy, has time changed that. 1st and 10 from the 30. Caleb Williams under center. Hands it off. And DeAndre Swift finally got a little something working there. About a 7-yard gain on that run for DeAndre. And the Bears get a good start to this drive. They're going hurry up, high tempo, 2nd and 3. Caleb in shotgun. Snap. Hands it off again to DeAndre. And he will get about a yard and a half, maybe 2, depends on the spot. Looks like he's pretty close to the first down, to tell you the truth. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here. 3rd and inches. Caleb tries the quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got it. In fact, I know he doesn't. And that'll now be 4th down. Did he even get back to the original line of scrimmage? I don't know. Now, if you're the Bears, what do? 4th and inches is still the call. 4th and inches. Bears are going for it. Caleb in the huddle. They line up. He's in shotgun. Here's the snap. It's the handoff to DeAndre Swift, and he did not get it. That wasn't DeAndre Swift. Sorry about that. I saw a 4, but it was 24. So that's not DeAndre. That was Khalil Herbert. And Khalil did not. Oh, he did. They said they gave it to him. I didn't think he got it. My bad. I didn't think he got it. I thought he was short as hell. To these eyes, anyway. I guess my eyes don't mean shit. But anyway, it is a 1st down for the Bears. Caleb in shotgun throws. That's caught. And it's about a 5-yard gain. That's the other DeAndre. That's DeAndre Carter. He had a very good first drive. He was Caleb's safety valve there in the first drive. He was playing very well. A couple of real big crucial catches. Good to see he can get back into the game here. 2nd and 4. Now for the Bears. 7:06 left here in the 2nd quarter. Caleb Williams 8 for 9 on his passing attempts. He's back. He looks. He throws very low to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. It is incomplete, and it will be 3rd and 4 here for the Bears. Trying to get something going here in the 2nd quarter, trying to answer back after the Texans grabbed a touchdown and a field goal on their last 2 drives. But another 3rd down. They need another conversion. They got to get to the 50. Caleb in shotgun. Snap. Back. Looks. And the play is whistled dead as there are flags and laundry on the ground raining down like tears in Dallas because the Cowboys got their ass kicked. And there's no flag. There's a timeout by the Bears. because there always is. As I said, I want that rule change put in immediately. That would be nice. To where if the play clock runs down, instead of just giving the penalty, it's an automatic take the timeout off because they seem to do that anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh, 3 seconds have gone past the 0. Oh, but he called timeout, so we'll let it go. So at this point, clock hits 0, call the timeout. That's what they get. No more timeouts, then you get the 5-yard penalty. Also, stop giving them like a 3-second grace period, goddammit. That needs to stop. Kevin Warren, former commissioner of the Big Ten, now president and CEO of the Chicago Bears. Still 3rd and 4. Caleb still in shotgun. Got a long cadence here. 7 seconds. Takes the snap, and we have more flags. Play never got off. That's going to be false start. And indeed it is. It's a hand jive on the Bears, and that's going to now make it 3rd and 9. Number 58 right with the penalty. Bears going backwards, which is not what they want. You had 3rd and 4, which is manageable. Now you got 3rd and 9, which is not as much. It's really 9.5. Almost 10 yards. Caleb takes the snap back in shotgun. Look, getting pressure. Looking, still dancing, but he cannot dance away. Almost does. But he is finally taken down and sacked for about a 2-yard loss, 2.5-yard loss. And now it is going to be 4th down and 11, 4th down and 12, something along those lines. And the Bears will have to punt under what seemed like to be something pretty promising. You had the false start on a 3rd and 4. Caleb doing a little bit of dancing around there, but this is the NFL. Can't quite dance that much and get away with it. So it is 4th and I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be 4th and 11 and 12. It's 4th and 17. Jesus, I really am bad with marking how far the yardage is back or forward. But either way, the punt is off, and it will be the Texans' ball at about the 13-yard line here, as we have 6:01 left here in the second quarter. I'm going to be right back. I got to jump to the little boys' room. And that's fine. We'll have to do that sometimes. I will flush, I will wash my hands, and I will be right back. And we're back. Look at that. Yes, I still have my chicken there. How was your cake? Was it good? Oh, I'll probably eat them whether it's afternoon or not. I'm gonna have some spicy chicken. There's nothing better to eat right before bed than spicy chicken. Doesn't everybody know that? That's common knowledge, right, everybody? I think so. Anyway, Texans have the ball there at their 13-yard line. C.J. Stroud is under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Mixon. He's bouncing around back there, but cannot find anything tackled at the 11. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards. And we're going to have 2nd and 12 here for the Texans. You see the Bears 3-man front there trying to deal, and did very well on that particular play against Joe Mixon, who's been playing very well these last 2 games coming here in the 2024 season. C.J. Stroud back, throws to Joe Mixon out of the backfield, and he's going to get all the way up to about the 19-yard line, and that's going to give us about a 3rd and 4 here coming up for the Houston Texans. We are now under 5 minutes here in the second quarter, 4:55 and counting. The Texans are indeed facing a 3rd and 4. C.J. Stroud in shotgun. Stephon Diggs. He was out wide to his right, comes back in a little bit on motion, and C.J. Stroud gets swallowed up by a Bears defense on a blitz. Tremaine Edmonds. Looks like a little stunt blitz there. Got right up the road, kind of just took off his guy, and just was able to swallow up CJ. And so the Texans are going to have to punt. The Bears defense steps up. Big drive, big stop here by the Bears as Houston now punts the ball, and that's going to be a bad punt. Texans are going to have real good field position. That trade might go down as one of the worst ones for the Panthers. Traded up 2 years ago to get the number 1 pick from the Bears and took Bryce Young. And, boy, it's not great. Anyway, Caleb Williams, first down, throws off to his, right, that's DeAndre Swift who gets it out of the backfield. That's going to be a gain of about, I want to say 8. So we're looking down at 2nd and 2 here now for the Bears as they try to get something here. They have great field position. They're already on the Texan side of the 50. You know, so it starts when you start your drive in enemy territory. 2nd and 3, not 2nd and 2. That's my bad. We have a handoff to Swift again, but he only gets to the line of scrimmage again, so we're going to have 3rd down and 3. We'll see what the Bears can pull out of their hat. Is Caleb going to do something here? Is he going to do something magical? Something he's going to hit us with a little bit of that rookie magic, maybe? I don't know. What do you think? Join us in the chat here. If you subscribe, you're able to join in the chat. Come talk to us. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're feeling, how your team did. If your team is right now watching, that's pretty cool. How are they doing? And what do you think of their performances? Caleb, shotgun, takes the snap. throws, and that's going to be caught, and that is going to be a first down and a massive first down. DJ Moore with the catch. And a fresh set of downs for the Chicago Bears as we tick closer and closer to the 2-minute warning. I do believe he's out of bounds, so the clock did stop, or did it? I don't know. Does the clock stop on you go out of bounds before a 2-minute warning? No, it doesn't, because it is continuing to run. So the Bears don't have to run another play before the 2-minute warning, and it appears that they are not going to. And we have hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Houston leading Chicago by 10, 13-3. And Caleb, has looked okay, but not really great. Not really all that fantastic. Like, okay, he's a good. He's okay. He doesn't look bad, but he doesn't look great. CJ looks fantastic. He's helped to carve up that Bears defense a couple times. Him and Nico Collins are hitting. He hit Stephon Diggs a couple times. One for a massive first down. For some reason, the Bears challenged, even though it was a very good catch and it happened right in front of Eberflus. But whatever. The second one was almost for a first down. He made a great effort to stretch to get the first down and just came up short. But yeah. CJ, Joe Mixon having a pretty good game here as far as running the ball. That's a loud ad on the Twitter X. I agree. Caleb's got a couple of Caleb needs to get a little bit better protection. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Latest news here. This is coming from Pro Football Talk here. There was a shooting after the Lions game in the popular tailgating area near Ford Field. And one person has been left dead in another critical condition. Detroit, not doing great for the idea of what is Detroit. Everybody hopes that Detroit comes back as far as the city itself and does something well, but that's not great for the reputation of the city of Detroit for something like that to happen after a Lions game. And obviously, all the thoughts that we have go out to the victims there of what's happened. Something senseless and stupid, of course. But we're kind of used to stupid at this point in this world. But here we go. 1st and 10 for Caleb Williams from the Houston Texans. 26.5 yard line, 27.5 yard line. Sorry, no, it was a 26.5 yard line. I had it right. Not that it matters, because that's going to be a loss of 3 yards on the play for the Bears. Did not turn out well for them. That's not good. Can't be doing that. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you like what you're seeing, like, share, subscribe. We also have a donation station link down in the comments. Any little bit that you can donate will help us out. We also have a merch link down there as well. It's kind of like donating, except you actually get something. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think they call that capitalism. It's wonderful. 2nd and 11, Bears throw over the middle there with Caleb. That is going to be caught, but only for a minimum 1 yard gain. And we have 3rd down coming up. So the Bears not really moving the ball. They have great field position, but they're not doing a lot with it, unfortunately. Texans take a timeout here as they're looking to go ahead and maybe save some time for themselves to go down the field, maybe get another field goal, maybe get a touchdown, maybe expand the lead a lot here and start putting this game away. And it is 3rd and 9. 1:11 to go. Henry Tuotuo. Tuotuo? Tuotuo. 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 Tuatha. Any Willow fans out there who got that? Third and 9, Caleb. He's stepping up, calling out some protection from his offensive line, basically saying, please protect me. It would be nice if you would block for me. That would be great. Flags fly up. We got flags. And that's going to be a false start on the Bears. So what was 3rd and 9 will now be 3rd and 14. And again, it's on Wright. This is his second false start penalty in a critical 3rd down situation. It was 3rd and 4 last time, made it 3rd and 9, and they missed. Now you had 3rd and 9, and now you've made it 3rd and 14. Not great from the Bears' offensive line here. So it is 3rd and 14. Bears have 80 total yards compared to 177 for the Texans. 5 first downs compared to the Texans' 8. Caleb in shotgun, back, looks, throw, deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, but we have flags. Is that going to be pass interference? It looks like that's going to be the call. Pass interference against the Texans. Is that Bullock they called for it? They're going to call Bullock. Let's see. They're going to say he bumped him early. And it's close as he's going for the ball, but they're going to call bumper. That's the same call that was made in the Kansas City game. That Cincinnati could have ended the game on a 4th down, but he hit him too early trying to go through him to get the ball. And they'll call that every time. You can't hit the receiver early. Whether you're looking at the ball or not, you're allowed to go for the ball, but you can't impede either receiver. The receiver can't impede you, and you can't impede the receiver. So, big call now down to the 6-yard line for the Bears. That gives them a huge spot foul. Snap, handoff, but nope, play's dead. It's a false start on the Bears. If this is on Wright again, I swear to Christ, I'm not even a Bears fan, but I'm going to call for this guy to get cut. Nope, this time it was on a tight end. Mercedes Lewis, again, who's still popping around in this league at his age. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just he can't be in a stance that long. He did kind of flinch. Yeah. Mercedes Lewis, who's still playing, was in the same draft as D'Amico Ryans, who is coaching. Interesting. 107, 1st and goal from the 11. Caleb Williams pulls the ball down, runs. He bowls over a couple of people. My goodness. And he gets down to the 2-yard line as there starts to be a little pushing and shoving, a little pleasantries exchanged between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. From the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. Caleb in shotgun. Snap. Fakes the handoff, pass over the top, almost caught, but that is going to drop and be incomplete. It was in the hands of one Mr. fellow rookie, Odunze, and just couldn't hold on to it. Couldn't quite get it. Again, it's a tough pass. It would have been a hell of a catch. It would have been a Sports Center top 10 catch if he would have got it. But instead, it is dropped. So we have 3rd and goal. I would imagine this is 2-down territory for the Bears. You really want to come away with a touchdown here. And it is a handoff. And that is a touchdown for the Bears. Khalil Herbert with the score, with the touchdown. The Bears finally get on the board with a TD. They were on the board with a field goal. Now they get on board with a touchdown. That's just a good power sweep over to the left side. Find a hole, dive into the end zone, get yourself that touchdown. So now the extra point coming up from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick, up, good, 10 to 13. We have a 3-point game. That's what should have been an easy way to knock that in. I screwed it up, of course, as I always do. But the graphics, I'm working on it. It's getting better. 10 to 13. Texans still have the lead as we're getting ready to close out this first half. In Houston at NRG Stadium. Looking around to works again, trying to find some questions. Again, if you have any questions, you want to ask some stuff, you want to talk about how your teams did today, your fantasy teams, anything like that, chat is open, ready to go in there. You want to jump in, talk, right there. There you go. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're saying. That is good times for everybody. Well, football is always good times for everybody. Let me share this link around again a little bit too. Again, I'm sharing us like an STD. You can too. Are we herpes? Are we gonorrhea? You never know. We could be whatever STD you want. Just spread us around. Like, share. That's what the share button's for. It's sharing. And subscribe. So every single subscription helps us out. And we thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed so far. And if you are going to subscribe, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So thank you very much. Again, I got to stop hitting my microphone. I do that all the time. It's a bad habit. We have a donation station down there in the description as well, along with a link to our merch store, which is like donating, except you get cool stuff. We have hoodies, we have shirts, we have a bunch of stuff there, and more stuff coming into the store every single day, every single week. So please check that out. And if you have any requests of things that you would like to see in the store, hit us up. We have the link to the Discord as well, where you can go ahead and talk to us and let us know things like that. Do you want to see something else in the merch store? Do you have an idea for something you want to see in the merch store? Anything you'd like to see added to the channel? Anything else you'd like to see me and Jimbo talk about? Any other kind of show ideas? Anything like that? Something that you want to see? We're here for you guys. And if you want to help us out there, join us in the chat. Join us in the Discord. Let us know what's going on, what's in your head, and that would be great. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that would be greatly appreciated. As the Bears get ready to dynamically kick this off, will we get a return on this one? It's a possibility. Been a lot more returns today than there has been the last little bit. This one is 2 yards into the end zone, but Houston will just kneel on that with 32 seconds left here. And we have a flag on the kickoff. Someone move early? What's the call? Yep, false start. Someone moved early there on the Bears during the kickoff. They called illegal formation. I guess he was either over the line or moved early or did something. Yeah, probably. He moved early. Whoops. Bill, he moved way before anything. What the hell are you doing? So that moves the ball to the 35-yard line, and the Texans, with a timeout left, going to try to maybe do something, get down in field goal range perhaps. Let's see. C.J. Stroud passes it off, and that's going to be complete for a first down, and he's down inbounds. That's going to be down inbounds, so the clock is still going to run 20 seconds, 19 seconds, 18 seconds, 17. Nope, and Houston will call that timeout. Odunze really tried to get out of bounds and could not do it. And I said his name correctly. Suck my dick. I said that name right. And it's perfect. It might be the only time I ever say it right in my life. But I did it. The Texans only had one timeout? I thought they had two timeouts. Did I miss a timeout from the Texans? As you see, Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico just chatting it up like a couple of pals, like a couple of good buddies there with Caleb Williams projected behind them. Weird, but whatever. Now here's a guy. So yeah, no, Houston used all their timeouts. I must have missed a timeout there. That's on me. Me and Mr. Graphics guy. CJ Stroud takes a shot. Misses Tank Dell. That's incomplete. So we're going to have 2nd and 10 now. Here for the Texans. 17 seconds left. And the Bears had another timeout that I missed too. How did I miss that? Or did I just not? I didn't hit the thing close enough. That's bad. That's on me. That's on me. Anyway, 17 seconds left. Bears with a timeout. Houston has no timeouts left here in the first half. Second and 10 for C.J. Stroud in Houston from their own 48-yard line. Snap, back, looks, scrambles, looking for somebody open. And he has Nico Collins, first down, out of bounds. Stops the clock with 9 seconds left. Huge play, great catch by Nico Collins. My God. One-handed catch, secures it to the body. Are they going to say no catch? Ooh. When does he have control and he only has 1 foot and the other foot doesn't come down? That's actually incomplete. They're going to call that incomplete. They're going to review that. And there comes the official review. Oh, no, Chicago called a timeout? I thought they called a review. Oh, maybe they're calling a timeout to get a review. I don't know, but I think because he bobbled it there, secures it to his body. Now 1 foot comes down and the other foot's out of bounds. By the time he gets possession, he's out. By the time he gets possession, he's done. That's an incomplete pass. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. He gets one, and it looks like he tried to get the other foot to come down, to kind of like drag it. And the Chicago player's leg and knee there got in the way. See, there he's still bobbling. There he has possession. There he tries to come down with his other foot. It hits the back of the Bears' calf. Who's that? Kevin Byard? So Kevin Byard's calf might have saved what would have been a reception there by Nico Collins. Hell of an effort. Hell of a one-handed catch. But by the time, because again, it bounced in his hand, and by the time he secured it to his chest, they said it stands as a catch? Or was it incomplete? I thought that looked like a. 8 seconds left. C.J. Stroud throws off. We got a flag here on this first down. I'm stunned. Illegal formation on the Texans. Or they just called full start there on Tunsil. Why'd they let the play go? Again, I don't have the sounds on, but I don't understand how they called that a catch. That was not a catch. That's incredibly insane. I don't know. Just me watching it. By the time he got control, the 1 foot came down and the other foot never came down in bounds. It hit the Bear's leg and then it was out of bounds. Like that wasn't a catch. I'm sorry. As good as a play it was, that wasn't a catch. First and 15, though, coming up here for Houston. I'm flabbergasted that call stood. That wasn't a catch. Great effort. I'm not taking anything away from Nico Collins, but by the rules, it wasn't a catch. CJ just throws that ball away as we have 6 seconds remaining now on 2nd and 15. And Houston's just going to send the field goal unit out now. And go ahead and try to add to their lead, make it a 6-point lead going into halftime. Fairbairn has made from 56 and 47 tonight. This will be a 59-yard attempt. So from the mouth of the bowl, right at kind of the 50-yard line here. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is going to be good. He got that. Cleared it, and cleared it by a lot. So 1 second remains on the clock here. Houston takes a 16-10 lead over the Bears. Sorry, the uniform threw me off because it's a shitty uniform. If we're being honest with each other. Man, Fairbairn, don't miss. He is a hell of a leg. That thing was from 59 yards, and that thing was probably, well, I don't know, the accuracy of it. Yeah, because it just made it inside. Distance-wise, he had quite the distance. Accuracy, that wasn't going too much farther without missing. As the Texans, with 1 second here, will get ready to kick the ball off on another dynamic kickoff that I'm sure is just going to be dynamite to watch. And he kicks it 2 yards into the end zone. The Bears will take it out, trying to go ahead and turn something out of it, and they will not happen. Down to about the 14-yard line. And that'll be the half, ladies and gentlemen. So there we are. Halftime, Texans 16, Bears 10. Bears receive the second half kickoff. So they will get the ball first and see if they can do something with it, see if they can grab some points here, maybe even grab the lead coming out into the third quarter. Overall, C.J. Stroud, the Bears only being down 6 is actually pretty good for them. C.J. was carving the Bears defense up rather early. I mean, rather well early on in the first quarter and the early part of the second quarter. Bears defense seemed to stiffen, giggity, later on here in the second quarter. Caleb off to a bit of a slow start. Able to get some things going, some things moving, which is not terrible, but I think he needs to do I think he needs to do a little bit more. Again, he's a rookie, so I'm not judging him by that much yet. But we are at halftime. I'm going to take a little break here. We'll be right back for the start of the third quarter here on Stage 2 Sports. Thank you so much for joining us here for Sunday Night Football, where you can join us every Sunday night for Sunday Night Football, as well as all the primetime games, as well as whatever Giants and Eagle games are going on. Eagles are happening tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, so Jimbo will be joining me as well to watch his Eagles. So we'll see you there for now. As for now, quick little break. We'll be back for the third quarter. We're back, everybody. Second half getting ready to begin here. As we get ready. Looking around here, the first lines for week 3 have been released. And let's take a look at some of these. The Jets currently favored by 6.5 over the Patriots in their Thursday night game. The Steelers have a 1.5 point advantage against the Chargers in their matchup. The same goes for the Colts versus the Bears in their matchup next week. Houston currently has a 3-point favorites against the Vikings for next week, which is, I mean, these games aren't over yet, so I don't know why they're even doing that. But, you know, whatever. So the Bears about to get the ball here in the second half. Oh, let's see. We got to get everybody their timeouts back. People are missing their timeouts. Everybody's got their timeouts back here for the second half, and that dynamic kickoff will be a dynamic touchback. So, yes, Houston 3-point favorites over the Vikings. Currently, the Browns are 6.5-point favorites over the Giants, which compared to what happened today, I don't know how you call that. Like the Giants offense was much improved, maybe because of the defense. But the Browns offense isn't great. And again, the Giants offense was a lot more efficient, a lot better. Daniel Jones made a lot better decisions. Like I think the Giants offense made a step today. They have to keep on making those steps, but they made a step today. So I'm not sure 6.5 is a great line. If I'm a Giant, I might do a little sprinkle on the Giants there early on here. Eagles currently are 2.5-point favorites over the Saints, even though their Monday night game hasn't even played yet. So we'll see how that goes. Caleb Williams back to throw here on first down. He completes his pass to Cole Kmet. And that's going to get only about, I want to say, 4 yards, maybe 3. Well, it depends on where the ref spot it. Buccaneers 6.5-point favorites over the Broncos. That kind of makes a little bit more sense there. Like that, yeah. The Giants being 6.5-point underdogs to the Browns. That dog won't hunt, Monsignor. And the Titans are currently 2.5-point favorites over the Packers. 14:22 left here in the third quarter as it just started. I say left, it just goddamn started. I don't know what's wrong with me. Caleb Williams under center, hands it off, and that is going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. DeAndre Swift with the carry. As the Bears face another third down. Looking to try to get some points on this drive, this opening drive. To maybe get 3, make it a 3-point game again, or get a touchdown. You get a touchdown, you're taking a lead here against Houston, so long as the extra point is made. Caleb Williams in shotgun, steps up in the pocket, throws, ball downfield, but just out of the reach of DeAndre Carter. And that's going to be 4th and 3. And that's going to be a Chicago Bears 3 and out, and that's going to be a punt. So the Texans are going to get the ball back right now with very little time off the clock. The Bears unable to get a first down on their first drive of the second half, which is not what you wanted, which is not how you wanted to start off this second half. Punt, big punt, good punt down to the 10-yard line. Houston trying to look to get a return, and he doesn't, loses a yard. He caught it at the 10. He's going to be tackled at the 9. And that is where Houston will take over at their own 9-yard line. Continuing to look at what these early lines are for week 3. The Raiders 7-point favorites over the Panthers. That could be more, but that makes sense. Seahawks 6.5-point favorites over the Dolphins without Tua. That might make sense. Well, we'll see. We'll see how Skylar Thompson does with a full week. I don't know why I got. That's why, because I hit the wrong button again. See, we want that one there. We want that one there, and the quarter bug stays. Okay. Graphics. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how Skylar Thompson does with a full week with the first team. Again, you know, you never know. Crazy. This week was crazy, so you never know what's going to happen next week. But as for now, the Seahawks are 6.5-point favorites over the Dolphins. The Lions, 3.5-point favorites currently over the Cardinals for next week. Cardinals with a massive blowout win over the Rams, and Kyler Murray with a perfect passer rating today. The Lions took a loss to the Buccaneers, who went up there to Detroit and got themselves a victory. Dallas Cowboys only 1.5-point favorites over the Ravens. Both teams highly disappointing week 2. The Ravens losing at home to the Raiders, and the Cowboys getting blown out in Arlington by the Saints. The Niners are 7-point favorites currently over the Rams. That'll be the Rams home opener, I believe. The Chiefs, 4.5-point favorites over the Falcons. We'll see how that turns out, if that changes any more or less after Monday night's game. Bills Mafia, baby. They are 5.5-point favorites over the Jaguars of Jacksonville. That'll be, I think that's one of the Monday, because I think this week coming up is one of those double Monday night games. Terrible. And the Bengals are currently 7.5-point favorites over the Washington football team of Redskin Commanders. So that's your early lines currently as we stand here before week 2 is even fully over. We have the lines for week 3. Checking out on Twitter here. Frank the Tank losing his mind over the Dodgers, because of course he would. Why not? So, Texans, they gave him a favorable spot. They gave him all the way up to the 10. He had reestablished himself, and I think was tackled at the 9 personally, but either way, Mixon with the carry, he's only going to get about 1.5 yards on the carry. So that's going to be second down and about 9, maybe a long 8, which I know plenty of actors on Pornhub have. So I've heard. I don't know what anybody else is really talking about. But second and 8 here. Second and a long 8 here for the Houston Texans and C.J. Stroud. Somebody is injured. Is that an official is down. Oh, my. Oh, no. Here I am making dick jokes, and there's an official who is down on the sideline getting medical attention. It was just Joe Mixon. He had gotten the ball, running off to the sideline, gets hit, gets pushed back. Did he just... No, wait. Okay, so that wasn't it. He just fell. Did he just have a heart attack? It was not it was a member of the chain gang. And as they're playing, he just fell backwards. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That's horrible. I was looking at the official on the side because I saw the official had the black pants with the white stripe. I thought it was like the side judge or the line judge or somebody. So I was looking at him on the replay, and I was like, where did he get hit? I didn't look anybody was near him to hit him. And then I see off in the side there the member of the chain gang, and he just fell backwards. Oh, no. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I certainly hope he's okay. I'm trying to right now find if I can get any more information on this. I'm checking out. Because as far as I know, that's kind of what I saw. And again, I really wasn't paying it because I was looking somewhere else. So I didn't. All I saw was the end of the chain gang member fall. Looks like they're just coming back from commercial now. I wonder if they have any more information. I don't have any sound on, so I don't know. As they're doing looks over here at the Houston Space Center there. All right, he's up and he's walking. So, okay, let me see. I see him there. Let's see. What happened? He's moving back. Oh, he tripped. Okay. So he was moving backwards to get out of the way, and he tripped over the 20-yard marker, that big yellow marker, and just kind of crashed down. So he's walking off. It looks like everything's good. At first I was like, did he have a heart attack? Did he just... Because it looked like he just fell out of nowhere. So, it's a good thing. He's okay. Everything's fine. I know some people are already yelling, like, how do we still have guys holding sticks on the sideline? Because the technology, the great technology we have, took 7 minutes to fucking use to find out who got a first down or not. So... So we have 2nd and 9 coming up here after that delay because of the chain gang member kind of falling there, forgetting where he was on the field. Glad he's okay. So now we can make fun of him. That's how that goes, right? I think so. As I futz around with my microphone here, sorry about that. Sorry about the popping, everybody. Sorry. We're still just kind of standing around here. Like I thought we'd get moving. What, they got to wait for a replacement chain gang guy? Like, come on, let's go. Just got to move on. They had to put him on a stretcher. Is he? I thought he was walking. He looked all right. The fucker break a hip? What's going on here? Finally, 2nd and 9 here for the Texans. The ball is marked, ready for play. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun, takes the snap, back, looks to throw, gets it across the middle. That's going to be completed to Nico Collins, and that's going to be up to the 28-yard line. And a first down for the Houston Texans. So the lengthy delay there for the injured chain gang member did not affect the Texans as they go ahead and first play out. Get a massive gain of about 18 yards there. They marked 17 yards. They marked him about a yard shorter than I thought he did. C.J. Stroud got a little pressure, passes out to Tank Dell out of the backfield, and he's going to get tackled for a loss. He's showing some old clips of Andre Johnson, Hall of Famer for the Texans. Showing to kind of compared him to Nico Collins. Not quite. Nico's not quite as big and physical as old Andre Johnson was. 2nd and 13. Stroud back to throw. He completes the pass to Mixon out of the backfield, and he's going to get all the way up to about the 32.5-yard line, according to the official. And Mixon looks like he's hurt. He's slow to his feet, and he's got a significant limp. And that's a hip drop tackle. Hits his ankle. Yeah, gets his ankle rolled up on. That is a hip drop tackle, and there's no flag. Referees are not throwing flags for the hip drop tackle that everybody thought they would. And that everybody's like, oh, you got to start throwing it for the hip drop tackle. That is a clear example of a hip drop tackle, and that is not a flag thrown. So I don't know. Like, a lot of people were complaining like they didn't want to have the hip drop tackle be penalized. It looks like that the referees are kind of acquiescing to that and just not calling it. So 3rd and 4 now here for the Texans. Stroud back to throw, steps up in the pocket as it collapses. Passes, got an open receiver downfield and misses. That was Tank Dell open. Just threw it a little too high, which is, not hard to do because Tank Dell is kind of a midget. So, little person. Sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. Don't cancel me yet. We just started. Don't cancel us. He kind of looks like he closed his hands too early before the ball even got there. Unfortunate. So the Texans have to punt. And that's going to take a Texans bounce on that punt down to the 7-yard line of the Bears. Hell of a punt from the Houston Texans, and the Bears are going to be starting very deep in their own territory. Very deep. Very sensually deep in their own territory. Super, super deep. I don't know why I decided to go ASMR on that, but I'm bored a little bit. This game's been okay, but not fantastic, not great. So, we'll do a little NFL ASMR here, as the Bears line up shotgun deep inside their own territory. Caleb Williams calling the cadence, getting the offense ready, calling protections, takes the snap. He looks to throw to the outside, out of bounds, where nobody is there. However, there's a flag thrown ever so hard by the official, the back judge maybe? But we have a pass interference. Against Houston, you can't touch him like that. That's illegal to touch him. You can't do it. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm creeping myself out. I don't know how people do the ASMR stuff. I don't get it. I'm not, I guess I'm just not part of that. I'm not part of that crew. I don't know. Some people like it. Hey, listen, if you got hard while listening to me do that, like, share, and subscribe. That's all I ask. 1st and 10 now. This is going to be from the 14-yard line. Pardon me, I guess it was a spot of the foul. Tuotu is in the game there. Handoff here. And that is going to be a loss of about 4 yards. Holy shit. DeAndre Swift has not been able to get anything going in this game against this Houston run defense. Very, very well handled, very well taken care of, very well shut down has DeAndre Swift been in this game so far. That's not to say he can't break something out. So we have 2nd and 14 now from the 9. Caleb Williams fakes the handoff. Has a lot of pressure around him. Throws the ball way up high and again way the fuck out of bounds. Caleb has not looked great. Joe Mixon limping, but walking on his own power, but limping back to the locker room after Edwards with the hip drop tackle. Caleb Williams, 3rd and 14 in shotgun. Takes the snap, getting pressure from behind. He does get away from it. Wow, that's actually pretty good elusiveness there from Caleb. He's running, and he gets to the 15. He was nudged a little bit. I wondered if they were going to give him the late hit out of bounds, and they did not. I don't see a flag now. So that's going to be 4th down, and that's probably going to have to be a punt there from the Bears unless they're really insane. Which could be. I don't know. I don't know how insane Eberflus is. So maybe it will be. I don't know. Fourth and 4, they are going to punt. And here comes the kick. Standing at his own 5-yard line is their punter. I don't know his name because he's a punter. Kick is way high down to there. Jeez, where did he kick that? To the 24? But there's good return here. Good return here. Big return all the way up to the 49-yard line. But ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Because there's a flag. Who is that on the ground there for the Chicago Bears? Holding on Houston. That's going to bring back the return. So no return there. Bamig. Okay. Amen. Bamiga is the gentleman who was hurt. Boyd, number 17 for the Texans, he got the holding call, which erases one hell of a punt return. The same punt return that Amen Ogbongbemiga Amen Ogbongbemiga. Anyway, he got hurt on that play. I was determined to get that. 9:22 left. C.J. Stroud looking, throws off to his right side, but that is going to fall incomplete. We're going to have 2nd and 10. Looks like he was aiming for Dalton Schultz on that one. Just could not catch it. So again, we have 2nd and 10. This is coming from the 14-yard line of the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud back, looks, throws, and overthrows Tank Dell. Was that Tank Dell? No, that was Diggs. I missed the number. It was number 1. I thought it was number 3. It was number 1. That was Diggs. So 3rd and 10 now from deep in their own and deep in their own end. I promise I'll stop doing it. No, I don't. I'll keep on doing it. I'm an awful, terrible person. So I'll keep on doing it. 3rd and 10. C.J. Stroud in shotgun. And that's early movement. I don't need anybody to tell me that one. That is early movement. Oh, did I never move that? I thought I moved that over. Because I still have the flag up there. Okay, that was the offside, so that's there. Tunsil with the early move. I think that's his 2nd penalty today. Tunsil usually sure-footed. but he kind of lifted his leg a little bit, and no, once you're set, you can't do that. You can't do that, Laramie. So now 3rd and 15 from the 9 for the Texans. Deep hole here. Are they going to be able to dig out of their own deep hole? And that pass, again, was aimed for Diggs. He was in triple coverage, though. Nowhere close to being completed. And that's going to be 4th and 15. The Bears defense comes up real big. Also, maybe C.J. Stroud did not have his best pass attempts on that particular drive. That's going to be a punt for the Texans. And the Bears are going to have yet another chance to try and get closer in this game, to either get 3 points closer or perhaps even take the lead on this drive. Let's see if they can get some good field position on this punt from his own end zone. We have Houston punting the ball. It's going to drop and take a bit of a bounce, and we have yet another flag. It's downed right at about the 45-yard line of the Bears. 8:56 left here in the third quarter. Thank you so much for joining us here. And we have holding on the Bears. So that's going to move it back from that final spot. And kind of grabbing it. You can't grab the jersey. You can't do that. That's not allowed. But the Bears do have the ball. It'll be in their own end. It'll be roughly, I guess, now around the 35-yard line. So what could have been good field position for the Bears turns out to be kind of what a dynamic kickoff would be. So that's where they're going to be starting from on this drive coming up here. Looking once again, to get either closer, like I said, 3 points closer, or take the lead in this game. They could do it. They could do it. They can do it. It can happen. Everybody on Twitter is still pissed off about the hip drop tackle. That is not being called. Has one been called this year? I don't even know. Joe Mixon has been ruled as questionable to return in tonight's game by the Houston Texans with an ankle injury. As reported by the Houston Texans Twitter account themselves and Adam Schefter. As we look and see, anybody else got anything? No. Just Ari Miroff is one of the ones screaming about the hip drop tackle not being called, and I think at this point we kind of understand that. Oh, bang! Moving the camera down a little bit. Sorry about that. Not an earthquake, just me moving my monitor. Want to thank everybody again for watching. If you want to go ahead and like, share, subscribe, share us around like your favorite STD, helps us out a bunch. Subscribing helps us out as well. Liking helps us out with the algorithm, helps us get into the flow of stuff. Again, we've got content every day. We're pumping out something, whether it's one of these live shows where we're watching along, doing play-by-play and reactions here to the NFL, whether it's the countdown where we do our power ranking show, whether it's our main show, the main podcast, Stay Tuned Sports on Wednesdays, whether it's the Friday forecast where me and Jimbo do our predictions. Got stuff. I think Saturday is the only day we don't have anything coming out. Also, I have a bunch of shorts coming out with just my walk thoughts, just quick little 1-minute clips of me during my regular morning walk, just going over something that happens to be musing in my head at that particular moment. What could it be? I have no idea. I think this morning was Notre Dame kind of being schizophrenic, and making us fans of Notre Dame kind of schizophrenic. And wondering how the Giants were going to do. And I think I was very impressed with how the Giants performed today. Not their defense, that's for sure. But Daniel Jones played a lot better today. He made some great decisions today with his throws. I thought Malik Neighbors played well, even with the dropped fourth down pass that would have helped get a fresh set of downs and got us closer to being able to seal a win. I don't blame him for that. Again, I think the Giants defense has a lot of problems. People are already putting out polls about whether Caleb Williams is a bust. I don't know. But all I know is that he has a delay of game penalty because coming out of a change of possession and a commercial break, they couldn't get a playoff before That's discipline. That's coaching. That's not great. So now from their own 29-yard line on the 1st and 15, they were going to have the ball like on the 45. And then they had a holding penalty, and now that delay of game. Pass complete over to Cole Kmet there for Caleb Williams. Gain of about 6 yards. They're showing a hip drop tackle again. And I wonder what the NFL is going to be telling the officials, because the officials seem to be not wanting to call this penalty. A lot of people didn't want that penalty to be called. There was kind of a bit of blowback about it, I think, if anybody remembers that. 2nd and 9 for the Bears from the 35-yard line. Caleb Williams back, looking to throw. Just chucks one up there, and that's going to be picked off. That was a duck and a half. There is a flag down. But that was a duck and a half by Caleb Williams. No reason to throw that ball. Zero reason. Is he down? He looks like he might be a little hurt. What's the flag, Mr. Official? We have holding on the defense. So that's going to erase the interception. Defensive holding on Tuatu. I have no idea if that's how you say his name. That's what it looks like to me. That's what I'm going with. Tuatu with the massive penalty. Erases what would have been a Houston Texans interception. 5-yard penalty, but it gives the Bears a fresh set of downs. And again, he did it with Cole Kmet, and it wasn't much. But you wrap that arm around the hip. They're going to call that every time. And so we got to pass to DJ Moore. He stays in bounds, does a little dance, and gets to the first down marker and gets a first down. DJ Moore, what looked like might have only been like a 2-yard pass, does a little wiggle, does a little shake, gets himself a first down. A play he did make. Oh my God, I got the rhyming skills. I am so clever. Anyway. Hell of a play by DJ Moore. Fighting for that yardage, getting that yardage, desperately needed yardage there for the Bears. Now from the 50-yard line, and we have a flag down as the refs are getting flag happy now. We have false start here on the Bears. 5-yard penalty, first down, so it now will be 1st and 15 from the Bears' own 45. Davis, number 64, will be the man with the infraction. And the Bears, just when you think they're getting a little closer, they don't. I got to fix my chair. Why's my chair screwed up? It's still screwed up. It takes forever for it to pop up. Caleb Williams takes the snap, rolls out to his right. He's going to run, and he takes a big shot. And there's a bit of a ruckus now on the sideline. Will there be flags? Will there be penalties? There's another helmet-to-helmet hit, as there seems to be more talking pleasantries being shared. Players coming together. Players trying to take other players away. Oh, it's madness. Oh, it's pandemonium. On the Bears sideline, Caleb Williams took a big shot before he got out of bounds. So it's not a late hit. Big shot, though. And that caused a bit of a ruckus with the Bears players. And Allahu Akbar, a couple of Bears players there. And I'm surprised no flag on anything. Not a late hit, but none of the extracurriculars got any flags. And there's still a lot of talking and shit. Like there's a lot of not niceness happening here. A lot of niceness. First of all, punching a guy with a helmet is fucking stupid. So I don't know what Al-Shaair was doing there. Yeah, closed fist right into a face mask. Way to go. You're a smart one. You're a real scholar there, Al-Shaair. So it's 2nd and 15 now. Caleb Williams didn't gain much on that carry. Let's see if the Bears go after Alshire and try to, knock his block off, which they might. Pass out to DeAndre Swift from the backfield, and he's going to gain about 14 of those yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 here for the Bears. Did that spark a fire into the Bears? Is that what's going to move the Bears? Why am I doing the ASMR again? I don't know. Am I fucking weird? Maybe. Anyway, hell of a play by Swift. Hell of a play by the Bears. You have the umpire coming in saying the ball's not ready for play because substitutions were made. Now he backs away. Ball's ready for play. 5, 4, 3 seconds left on the play clock. 2, 1. Caleb Williams gets it off, but he gets blindside sacked by the Houston Texans. Oh, my. And it'll be 4th down, and they will have to punt where they had a decent opportunity there to do something, and instead it implodes. Will Anderson Jr. with the blindside hit. And Caleb gets down and didn't know what hit him because, again, it was a blindside. He didn't see it, so he doesn't know. So the Bears punt the ball away and is going to be that was a shanked a bit. That was a shanked a bit. He shanked that just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So the Bears unable to get anything going. The Texans have not gotten anything going in the second half either. So neither team has really been able to move the ball consistently or effectively in this half as we stand. So that's why I've been doing goofy ASMR and trying to keep myself entertained, because right now this third quarter has been about as exciting as watching fucking paint dry. So that's where we are here on Sunday Night Football as the Bears take on the Texans. Texans with a 6-point lead. Yeah, that's where we are. So let me try to fix my chair again. Ow. There we go. As I hit the microphone and almost fall. But gotta try to fix it just a little bit. That seems a little better. A little bit more cushion in the pushing. And wait, no, that's wrong. It's not pushing in my tushin. That's a different stream. That's a different podcast. It's been a long day, folks. I watched my Giants lose a game where they scored 3 touchdowns and lost to a team that scored none. So it's just been a weird day. And this game's kind of been a little lackluster so far for being a primetime game. It would have been a lot better if you could have had Bengals Chiefs on here. Despite what everybody thought would happen with the Bengals and losing to the Patriots, that wasn't going to be nearly as good of a game as it was. It turned out to be a hell of a game. But Bengals 0-2. I know some people think that the refs helped them, but at the end of the day, you can't hit the receiver early, and you hit the receiver early. We saw that, and you have to call that penalty. Like if that's a penalty in the first quarter, it's a penalty in the fourth quarter, and that's where we are, and that's all she wrote about that. This is just looking on Twitter here at Johnny Barks. Out of all the flags thrown tonight, and there have been a lot of goddamn flags, punching somebody in the face wasn't one of the flags, which is what I was surprised about. A lot of people like, finally some action. Anyway, CJ Stroud takes the snap, throws, gets about a 4-yard gain on the throw. Who was that to? Was that Schultz? Was that Schultzy? Was that Dalton Schultz? Did he finally catch a ball here? Mixon on the sideline, still questionable with the ankle, hitting the exercise bike, trying to keep the blood flow and muscles loose. Maybe he'll be back in the game. Maybe he won't. We'll see. That's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a first down for the Houston Texans. Cam Akers with the carry. He's going to get a little bit more work here now that Joe Mixon is questionable with the ankle injury that he suffered on a hip drop tackle. You see him on the sidelines trying to do the cuts. Looks not bad. Has the ankle taped up. Doesn't look terrible, but we'll see if he comes back into this game or not. CJ Stroud back in shotgun, collapsing pocket, looks and just throws that ball away as he escapes some pressure. And we have 2nd and 10 for the Houston Texans, and this game is starting to really bore the shit out of me. Well, we're here. We're here. We're here for the long haul, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do. This is the NFL. Remember, there was a time, not too long ago, NFL wasn't here. We were begging for NFL football, any kind of NFL football. Now we're here. Whether the game is good, whether the game is bad, let us appreciate what we have in front of us here with NFL football. The Bears and the Texans, 16-10, third quarter, 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. C.J. Stroud takes the snap, throws, and oh, it is! It's picked off by the Bears, and he's not touchdown, and he is gone. That's a touchdown for the Chicago Bears. My great googly moogly. That never touches the ground, and he has possession when the nose of it does. That's an interception. He's not touched down. That's a catch. That's a touchdown in my mind. They'll review it. All turnovers are reviewed. That's a catch. That's a touchdown. They called it incomplete? Chicago, with their second challenge of the game, and this one I think they might win. But they're going to call it. Are they going to call it? But that was a touchdown. If that's an interception, that's a touchdown at the oh, man. And it won't be a touchdown. It'll just be Bears ball from the spot of the interception. But that's a pick. That's a pick. That's man, I'm sitting here saying like that's a touchdown. Again, I don't have the sound on, so I didn't hear the whistles. I didn't hear what everybody was saying. That looked like a clear interception and a clear touchdown. They showed the replay. He had the ball. He had possession. Even if the ball then touches the ground, once you have possession, that's not an incomplete pass or an interception, and it's not down by anything. Nobody was there to touch him. He wasn't down. So he had the ball, clear recovery. Nobody touched him. That's a touchdown. They should have let that go to be a touchdown and then review it. All turnovers are reviewed, so they should have let that play go. Whistling that play dead, which apparently is what they did, is that's asinine. That's terrible. That's terrible. The officials in this game have been the nicest way. Let me try to. I have a pretty decent vocabulary. I have a pretty decent. I'm fairly well read. I know some big words. I'm a big words guy. You know, read a lot of books. You may not think it. You may not look at me and be like, that guy, not a big reader. But yeah, so let me try to put together, let me see if I can think of a word that can accurately describe in a kind of an intellectual sense of how bad these officials have been this evening. And I know there's a lot of words, older, Shakespearean kind of words, or just words that are more maybe a little bit obscure or out of use nowadays that you could use. Let's see. I honestly think the best way that you would have to describe the officials for this one, if you want to kind of just have that kind of intellectual flavor, that flair, is shit. These officials tonight have been shit all around. They've made terrible calls, and they say the call stands as an incomplete pass. That's... I don't get that. Watch. Okay, he tips it, still has it, now has control, and then the ball hits the ground. I still think that's a catch. Because that one where you see the ball move, his hand was under it still. That's not the ground that made it move. Watch. This angle, you see it. Hand under the ball, second hand comes up, hits it, but he's still, that's his hand underneath it. Then he gets control, and then the tip of the ball hits the ground. But it doesn't matter because C.J. Stroud is swallowed up there at the 24-yard line by the Bears defense. And that's going to be a fourth down for the Texans, and now they will punt. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a second-half punt fest. 3:50 left here in the third quarter. If you're still awake, and if you are, congratulations on doing all the cocaine that you have. Punt is away from the Texans. So the Bears get the ball, and he immediately gets popped and taken down. That's, he looks a little shaky there, DeAndre Carter. Oh, no, we don't want the home possession. Did I have visitor possession over there? I think I might have because of the interception. So he immediately catches that, runs into his own guys. So he actually got kind of popped by his own guy's ass. You really don't want to get popped by a guy's ass unless you ask for it. Unless you pay for that kind of action, that's not something you necessarily want. But anyway, first and 10 from the Bears from their own 34-yard line. Caleb Williams in shotgun. Let's see if the Bears can do anything on this drive. Kind of a pitch out to DeAndre Swift. He gets it to about the 39-yard line. And it's going to be second down and about 5, I would estimate. But my estimates are wrong because apparently I just have bad eyes that can't see. Oh, they give him 6. Fuck me then. Jesus Christ. Second and 4. Caleb Williams hands it off again to DeAndre, and he's going to get a yard, maybe. But ladies and gentlemen, I wonder if you can say it with me, guess it with me. There's laundry on the field. That's a flag. I kind of wish I had the Tom Grossi flag counter here because it would be something. But there's holding on the Texans defense. That's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So the Bears moving the ball with the helps of the officials because that seems to be the only way any of these teams can move the goddamn ball. Neither team really being impressive right now. The Texans were impressive in I want to say, like in the first quarter, early second quarter, but since then it's been a fucking snooze fest here. Caleb Williams gets it away to DeAndre Swift, and he's going to get to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 for the Bears, and on top of it, they're wearing the ugly ass fucking uniforms. And I know I'm trying to curse less, but I'm sorry. We're past the watershed moment here. It's 10:56. So if you're watching this, this program's going to get a little blue. And especially when it's this boring, and it's fucking boring, is where we are. 2:01, 2 minutes left here in the third quarter as the clock is continuing to run. Caleb Williams takes the snap. Passes it off to DJ Moore. He's going to get about a yard on the carry. Not much more, but there's another fucking flag. Ugh! Nobody wants to see you throw the fucking flags. This is annoying. Holding on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty on DeAndre Swift. And he did. He gave him a bear hug, which I guess makes sense. He's a bear. Ha ha! Because he's a Chicago Bear, you see. Not one of the members of the gay community, of the LGBT community there. Not that bear. Not that bear. And I don't know if he is. And if he is, that's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. That was not in reference of what I was saying. 2nd and 16 for the Chicago Bears. From their 38-yard line, Caleb in shotgun yet again. Fakes the handoff to DeAndre Swift, then throws it out to him. I'm sorry, that's not DeAndre. I'm so used to seeing DeAndre out there that I thought it was Mr. DeAndre, but it definitely was not. That was, who was that, 22? Yeah, that was Elijah Hicks. So, whoopsie daisy. So now we have 3rd and 16 here for the Bears. If you're watching, first of all, thanks for joining us for watching this terribly boring game. And if you're having fun like I am, just trying to stay awake here, drop us a message in the chat. Say hi. Say how you doing. Say what's going on. Tell me I suck. Tell me to do something. Caleb Williams, big throw! And that one is going to be picked off. That is definitely an interception by the Texans. And that's going to change possession. So Caleb Williams takes a shot downfield. Ill-advised, I would say, because that is going to be Texans ball now with 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Can the Texans do something with this fucking ball on this drive? And maybe, just maybe, score some motherfucking points? We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports for Sunday Night Football After Dark with our ASMR programming. I'm that bored. I'm just that bored, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are here. But the Texans have the ball now. Joe Mixon back in the game with that ankle, pumped him full of Toradol. Trying to do a bit of an end around there with Tank Dell. Did not work. Loss of a couple of yards there. Spider-Man kind of gestures being made. As he then tried to punch the ball, that honestly looked like assault. That looked like a mugging that you would see on the streets somewhere. That was violent and uncomfortable. 2nd and 15, pass off to Stephon Diggs. He's going to get a couple yards. We're still going to be at 3rd down though, 3rd and long for the Texans, trying to capitalize on that interception. But we have reached the end of the third quarter, maybe, outside of maybe the first Giants game, the most boring and unentertaining third quarter of the NFL season. Sunday Night Football, guys, are supposed to be entertaining, supposed to be, you got to keep people up. As I punch the fucking mic again. God damn it. Just abusing this poor microphone. I'm beating this microphone like it was called my penis. Anyway, so here we go. We got 15 minutes more of this to slog through, ladies and gentlemen. Are you with me? You ready to go through this together? For we who survive through this forever shall be bonded, a band of brothers who have dealt with a rather boring NFL game in week 2 on a Sunday night. As I said, though, remember, just a couple weeks ago, we were desperate for any kind of meaningful NFL action. We have to remember that. We have to remember where we came from. We have to remember what life was like just a few short weeks ago. We're talking just a little over 2 weeks ago. We would beg for a game like this. Anything. Please. Even give me ugly Bears helmets and uniforms. Not traffic cone orange bullshit nonsense. Fine. I don't care. Boring third quarter? That's fine. I just want football. Just give me football. And now here we are. And we have football. And it's boring. And it is a slog to get through. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. But we're getting through it. And I got to tell you what, we're going to enjoy it. Why? Because the alternative is so much worse. No football. What are we going to do? Watch baseball? Like what? Like a couple of uncivilized savages here? No, that is not what we do here. We don't watch baseball. We're not 75 years old filling out scorecards at home. No, nay, that is not us. That is not what we do here at Stay Tuned Sports. We go ahead and we watch football. And we beg for the NFL to come back. And we also watch a little hockey, because hockey's an awesome sport. And that's fun to watch. And we'll be doing some live streams of that as well as hockey season gets here. We're still working out the details on that and see how we want to do that. But we'll be doing some of that. Jimbo, I know, wants to do some BKFC and UFC fights live streaming as well, which, that's up to him. Whatever he wants to do. That's not my bag, but he likes it. And, hey, content is content. So that all works out here at Stay Tuned Sports. So we have a lot of stuff out here. We're going to have a lot of stuff. 3rd and 8. Is that going to be another sack? No. CJ Stroud gets away, rolls, throws. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a first down. And more. Nico Collins coming up big. Yet another kind of a safety valve here when it comes to CJ Stroud. Desperate to get something going here for Houston after a dead third quarter. Rolls out. Finally gets a big completion. They are in Bears territory on the 38-yard line. Again, throws out to Tank Dell, and that's a miss from CJ Stroud. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from inside Bears territory. Nice throw from CJ. I'll give him that. Good catch from Nico. Stroud's 20 of 32, 233 yards, 1 touchdown. And Nico's got 7 receptions, 128 yards, and 1 touchdown. So, yeah. Nico's having a good game. And statistically, CJ Stroud's having a pretty decent game, but it's not showing up on this. Like, again, that all came kind of in the first quarter and early second quarter, to be honest. Because since then, it's been very, if you will. Mixing with the carry. Get a couple yards here, but we are still at 3rd down and 6. So we get about 4 yards on that carry. Good to see him back in after the ankle injury that came from the hip drop tackle. Good little cut on the ankle, too. I think that might have been the other ankle that he hurt, but 3rd and 6. Snap, CJ Stroud, quick throw, and that is incomplete. It looked like he was going for Nico again. But good defense from the Bears. 4th and 6 now coming up here for the Texans. No, that was not Nico. Sorry. Again, it looked like 12 to me. That's my fault. That was instead Xavier Hutchinson. And Fairbairn, he's going to come out here. He's going to try to put some points on the board. The first of the second half. 53-yard attempt. He's got a leg. He certainly can do it. From the right hash. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. And Houston now has a 2-possession lead on the Bears, which during this game might be the death knell. Because ain't nobody doing shit. 13:39 left to go in this game. We can do it, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in you. I hope you believe in me. I hope you believe in me enough to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Spread us around like your favorite sexually transmitted disease. I know that seems to be the way I'm going with it, but, it's a fun way to say it. So that's why I'm doing it. But still, liking us, that helps us with the algorithm, helps us get in there. Sharing us helps get more people here, and hopefully they'll like and subscribe as well. And, of course, when you subscribe, every subscription helps as we're trying to get closer and closer to that monetization, which will then help us out and hopefully open a lot more doors for us here at Stay Tuned Sports to kind of get things moving, get things rolling. Again, I'm working with a microphone here, which first of all I beat the shit out of every day. And this poor shock mount has been beat to shit. I got to try to fix it again. I've knocked the rubber bands off it. And also, it's a 8+ almost 9-year-old microphone that I bought for $35. It's a Fifine. So it's that kind of microphone. So not the best kind of microphone, not the best any kind of stuff like that. So any little bit that you can help us with, again, we have a donation station link down in the description, as well as our merch store. Any little bit that you can donate, any little bit that you can help will help us out. But of course, subscriptions help out just as much. So even a subscription, even if you can't donate anything, you don't want to donate anything, that's fine. We're okay with that. But a subscription, your like and your shares, those help out tremendously, so much for us here. And we can't thank you enough for them. We can't thank you enough for doing so for us, for giving us those likes, for giving us those subscriptions that you have, and for subscribing to us as we try to put out more and more content out here for you guys. And again, the likes, again, helping us into the algorithm, helping us get seen by more and more people. That all helps us as well. So again, a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know a big thank you from Jimbo for all that you're doing to help us get closer and closer to that dream of hopefully getting this channel closer to monetization and closer to helping us get this going and getting this dream off the ground and getting us where we want to go with Stay Tuned Sports, with the content that we want to do here for you guys. So again, thank you so very much for all that. As we get ready, as the Texans kick the ball off here on another dynamic kickoff, as the Bears will take possession and they will kneel it down, and that'll be a touchback. And we are going to start from the 30-yard line. As we see Chris Collinsworth trying to explain this and somehow make this game more boring than it is. Thank you, Chris, for that, and all that you do, Chris. Thanks so much. And Mike Tirico, not a big fan of Tirico's either. I get it. Some people like him and all like that. I'm not a big Tirico fan. For the longest time, I don't think I was an Al Michaels fan, but I ended up growing to really like Al Michaels as an announcer. So I know some people don't like him on Thursday night now because he seems kind of bored and disinterested. But, Thursday nights have kind of been boring and disinteresting. So what are you going to do? Caleb Williams on first down passes to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield, and he loses about 3 yards. Not great. Second down for the Bears, who have been able to get nothing going in this second half. It's been an absolute just shite fest when it comes to what a hit. What an absolute hit. 2nd and 15. That was a 5-yard loss. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt with it, but that didn't happen. Caleb Williams breaks away from a sack, throws the ball way downfield, and that's intercepted again. Oh, no. He's a rookie. It's going to take him time. I'm not going to be like a lot of these people are out there. Is he a bust? Is he a bust yet? No, he's not. He's not a bust. That being said, tonight is a learning experience. Because he's made some very poor decisions. He's made some very poor throws. He threw that ball looking for Cole Kmet, and there were 3 Texans around that ball before it ever would have reached Kmet to begin with. That's a poor decision. Throw the ball out of bounds, pull it down and run with it. Whatever you're going to do, you can't do that. So that's another interception and another turnover by Caleb Williams. As there's a handoff to Mixon here on first down, and he's going to get about a yard as he is run out of bounds. As we hit 12:45 here in the fourth quarter, and it looks like if Houston can get something going on this drive, and another field goal, you're talking about that's 12-point lead then. So that's at least 2 touchdowns. And then if they happen to get a touchdown, now you're talking like that would be a 16-point lead. That the game would be just about done. So Texans on this drive, they can end this game right here. CJ Stroud back, looking to throw. Pocket collapses, and he is sacked. And he is sacked all the way back now into his own territory. Huge sack. Big sack there for the Bears. The Bears just rubbing their big sack all over CJ Stroud. And now it's a 3rd and very long here for the Texans. So maybe this isn't the end of the game. Because as much as the Bears haven't been able to get much going, neither have the Texans. 3rd and 17 from just inside the 50-yard line for Houston, just inside Houston territory. And that's going to be a throw out to Nico Collins, who tries to make something happen, but 3rd and 17 is a lot even for him. And that's going to be 4th down, and that's going to be a punt from the Houston Texans. So another interception to Caleb Williams, but this one turns up no points. And this one's going to be... So the Bears defense stepping up here in the second half. And you don't know if it's them stepping up or Houston's offense just shitting the bed. I don't know. Because the Bears offense hasn't done anything either. So I don't know how much is it each defense is tightening down, or how much each offense is a little bit inept, or if it's a little column A, a little column B. Whatever the situation is. But here is the punt. And that is going to go all the way down to the Bears' 6-yard line, where it is caught by the Texans and downed. And so that is where they will start from their own 6-yard line. And I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, from the way that this has gone, I don't think the Bears are going to do much with this possession. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, especially when it comes to the football picks. I've been very shit when it comes to the football picks. But something tells me, if this possession keeps on trending the way this half has trended, this possession will not go anywhere for the Chicago Bears. Let's watch. Once the commercial break is over, of course, because it's still a commercial break. So I don't know why I kind of tossed to the game when the game's not on yet. But here we are. And now I'm kind of doing ASMR because I'm kind of tired. I'm a little bit tired. And this game has not kept the excitement level up. And I think that's the other thing, too. Like, if this game was a little bit more exciting, I'd be jacked. I'd be ready to go. As I'm sure all you would be, too. I'm sure anybody up there who's still kind of jacked and excited, I would like to share the drugs that you have. That would be nice. Just a little perk up, just a little wake up, a little how's your father? You know what I'm saying? Because right now, this is, again, still a little bit of a slog to get through. But again, like I said, we were begging for NFL football for so long, for months and months and months. And like I said, just a little over 2 weeks ago, we were begging for a game like this. Anything. We were begging for anything. We were begging for the Giants to play. I know I was. What a fool I was. What a younger, terrible fool I was. Just a little over 2 weeks ago, I was a terrible fool. Wishing to watch the Giants. I wish I could take back. But I can't, and we're here. So now I have to watch the Giants for the next 6 months. Ruin my life. But I will do so. And I will do so happily, and so will you, with your teams. God bless you if you're a Panthers fan. That's all I got to say. God bless you if you're a Panthers fan. As we get ready for another Bears drive, starting from their 6, Caleb Williams under center. He takes the snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift, and DeAndre is going to get 3 yards. So 3 yards and a cloud of rubber pellets there for the Bears. trying to get out from the shadow of their own goalposts. Will Anderson having a bit of a monster game here tonight. As he comes flying in like Batman against Caleb. Scares him as he throws the ball way... I don't know where he's throwing it. Actually, that wasn't Will. That was Tuoto who had the kind of Batman free play there on Caleb and missed. He kind of jumped over the line and was like, I'm Batman. And still missed him. 21 plays for the Bears this half, 45 yards. Excitement. 3rd and 7 for the Bears. Caleb in shotgun, takes the snap back, looks to throw, massive pressure, gets sacked at the 1-yard line. Oh, God. We are under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Thank God. Edwards with the stunt and the just burial of Caleb Williams, as now it's a real tight punt here for the Bears. As they're on the 1-yard line, they have to punt from the back of their end zone. Got to make sure you don't step out. You got to make sure you can get it off without being blocked, and he does. And that's actually a pretty decent kick. Kicks it all the way to Houston's 45. It's going to be returned up to the Chicago 44-yard line. And that is where Houston will start this drive. Can they get anything going on this drive? Let's wait and see. Because I kind of told you on the list when I was like, I didn't think the Bears were going to do anything on that drive that started from the 6. And ladies and gentlemen, I was right. They did jack. And they did shit. From the 6. In fact, they had to punt it from their own 1. They lost yardage. Because Caleb Williams is not playing very well in this second NFL game that he's ever played. Which is fine. Handoff to Eckler, and he gets a pretty decent chunk of yardage on that play as I was doing my little ASMR thing. About 7 yards there. 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Texans, trying to put this game away with 8:55 left here in the fourth quarter. Texans doing some shifts here. Under center is C.J. Stroud. He takes the snap and he hands it off. Again to Eckler, who breaks it open, breaks it out to the right side, and gets out just about the 21-yard line. I'm sorry, yeah, Cam Akers. That's right. That's what I said. Was that what I said? I can't remember. I'm tired and I'm bored. So I believe I said Cam Akers. I might have said somebody else. Good run. So the Texans trying to put this game away. And they have it at, I thought it was at the 21. I guess not. 25 they called him as he stepped out. That's a handoff once again to, I'm going to say that's Akers. Because, yeah, Mixon is, they're still worried about his ankle a bit. So he was in for a couple of runs, was Mixon. But Akers seems to be the guy in the second half here, and he's got a bit of the hot hand. So they're doing that. Texans have 69 yards rushing tonight. That is it. They had 213 last week, which led the NFL. Tonight, only 69. Nice. Let's see if they add to that running total. CJ is in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Eckler, and that's going to get to the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Tejanos. Tejanos de la Houston. I failed Spanish with a 17 in high school. Don't blame me. Oh, I didn't change the possession arrow yet. Dunk. Sorry. Losing my mind. It happened. And I hit the fucking mic again. I got to stop hitting the microphone. I really do. I just hit it every damn time. It's so long. I got mutant hands. What do you want? Snoop Dogg talking about his former quarterback that he played in the Pee Wee leagues there with C.J. Stroud. Let's see what we got going on here on the rest of this drive. Can Houston do anything? I don't know. Let's see. Something other than a field goal, maybe. We got 3rd and 5. Let's see what we got. Are they going to throw it in the sky? CJ Stroud goes to throw. That's going to be caught for a first down and more. Down to the 4 is their man, Dalton Schultz, with the catch. Houston's moving that ball a stretch. They are gonna score right here. It seems this game is over, my dear. Yeah, we're at that point of the night, ladies and gentlemen, where I'm just singing random ass songs because that's where we are here. But the Texans look like they're getting close to a touchdown here. From the 4, 1st and goal. C.J. Stroud, under center, takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to be no gain for Cam Akers. Are they calling a fumble? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You can't be serious here. And it's a fumble by Eckler, and that's a Bears recovery, and no points are scored. Yeah, that ball's clearly out. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I know we've watched the Panthers, so I'm not going to say anything. I know we've watched the Giants. I know we've watched the Browns. I know we've watched some. There's been some bad football played in the first 2 weeks of this NFL season. I know that. You know that. We all know that. This might be, despite everything, the worst second half that I have experienced. Even with the Giants. Because at least Minnesota side was, at least they scored points. And at least that was kind of like, all right, well, let's just see how bad the Giants get mauled. How bad did the Giants get fucked up? I'll watch that. Sure, why not? But this nonsense is for the birds. Because this is atrocious. But we're glad. Aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? We're glad we have football. We're glad we're watching NFL football. No matter what, we're watching NFL football. Looking through Twitter, seeing what people are saying. Not much going on. This has been an atrocious second half to witness. Again, we were all starved for football just a little over 2 weeks ago. So the Bears, running out of their own end zone there, basically at the 3-yard line, get a gain of about a half a yard on that carry by DeAndre Swift, who has been able to do nothing this entire game. Caleb Williams from his own end zone almost throws another interception. It was a bullet. I think that's the only thing that saved it from being an interception. Is that thing had some zip. That thing had some zippity doodah on it as he was trying to get to DJ Moore. As now we have 3rd and 9 for the Bears from their own 4-yard line. We know nothing's going to happen. And if something does, I will be very excited. I will be very excited if something happens. I want exciting things to happen. That's why we watch these games. Caleb Williams out of his own end zone. He's going to run, and he's going to get a first down and more down to the 29-yard line before he slides for a gain of a lot. I don't know math well, but he did well. So it's almost up to the 30-yard line. 24, I was going to say it was about a 25-yard gain because it was from the 4 to the 29. Oh, they gave him to the 28 when he began to slide, so that's why. Throw low, caught by DJ Moore, and that is only going to be a gain. Oh, wow, they give him a good spot on that one. It's going to be a gain of about 5. 5:19 left here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 3. Okay, they give him a gain of 7. I thought it was only 5. Got bad eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing you can do about that. Caleb Williams in shotgun, back, looking to throw, getting pressure again, gets the ball up, gets it away, and throws that to fucking Galveston. My God. So we have another 3rd and 3 coming up here, another 3rd down for the Bears. With 5:02 left in the game. Can Caleb get a comeback here? It's a 2-possession game. So they don't need the touchdown here, and their defense has been able to stop Houston, or Houston's defense has been able to stop themselves, but either way, Houston's offense has been able to stop themselves. But here we go, 3rd and 3 from their own 35. Bears trying to do something, generate something here, and Caleb, he does get it away to Cole Kmet, and that's going to be a first down to the 41.5-yard line. First and 10 from what they're calling the 42 now. Pick a fucking spot, refs, will you? Caleb Williams back to throw. Oh! Kmet catches it, takes a shot to the back of the dome, and that's going to be a flag. That's probably going to be targeting and hitting a defenseless receiver. Oh, by God. And they're probably going to send him off, especially after the Tua thing. They're going to do a concussion protocol on him, whether he showed any effects or not. But that was straight up, poof, what a hit. I don't think he did helmet to helmet, to believe it or not. That looks like it was just shoulder. Yeah, he just shoulder popped him. So actually, it's a pretty clean hit, if we're being all honest here. But they said incomplete, but I don't know what the penalty was for then. But 2nd and 4 here for the Bears. Step back, throw to nobody in particular as the fucking pocket collapsed all around Caleb Williams. He's had very little protection tonight. I'll give him that. I mean, not as bad as Daniel Jones last year, but it's similar. It's close. Not as bad, but close. That Texans front has just been murdering the Bears' offensive line. They're going to have to do something to fix that. Because Caleb has weapons, but he can't get it to him because he is getting absolutely hurried, rushed, hit, sacked every play. And I'm not trying to sit here and apologize for the guy or be like, oh, he's an apologist or oh, anything like that. But he's a rookie. He's a rookie, and he's trying to deal with this stuff in the NFL at full speed as a rookie, and that's hard. So we have an intentional grounding they've called against Caleb on that particular throw. That's going to be a loss of down, 3rd down, coming up here for the Bears. Caleb Williams back to throw. Oh, no. Okay, they were just showing it again. My God. I was calling a replay as if it was actual action. I'm sorry, everybody. 3rd and 14 now. From their own 43-yard line. Caleb in shotgun. And Texans are rushing him as he throws the ball deep downfield. Hits the hands of his receiver, but is incomplete. And we have another fucking flag. As they're now saying personal foul, roughing the passer on the Texans, 15 yards, automatic 1st down. And that'll keep the drive going. Let's see. What do we think? I don't know about that. That's in the process of the play. That's not roughing the passer. That's not roughing the passer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. That's not roughing the passer. I get maybe not hitting the quarterback, or they say like you don't want to land. He was up in the air with a bear underneath him. All the momentum already was going forward. That's not roughing the quarterback. That's not. Bad call. But these refs have made nothing but shit calls all game. So I don't think we'd expect anything different. Caleb Williams back to throw on 1st and 10. Slides at the line of scrimmage. No gain. As we are now under 4 minutes. 3:49, 48, 47 as the clock keeps on ticking on the Bears' hopes for this game to be any better for them, for getting a better result. I don't know if that's going to happen. As Caleb has a delay handoff there. And that's going to be a gain of about 4 or 5. Gave that over to Homer there. Go! It's a gain of 6. 3rd and 4 is the count on this down. Obviously, 2-down territory here for the Bears. Caleb calling protections on the play. I don't know what for, though, because the Bears' offensive line can't give any sort of protection. Back to throw. Steps up, throws the ball, and that is headed for DJ Moore, and he completely misread it. Whether the pass was not where it was supposed to be, or DJ ran the wrong route. It looks like it might have been Caleb put the ball in the wrong spot the way he reacted. DJ Moore very upset as it is now 4th and 4. And the Bears are going to go for the field goal. Cairo Santos on the field. 54-yard attempt here to make it a 6-point game again. Can he do it from there? Snap, hold, kick, up, good. 2:51 left in the game. Bears make it a 6-point game. They have all 3 timeouts. You have the 2-minute warning, and the Texans haven't been able to do anything this half. I think I feel comfortable in kicking this off. Maybe some people would think you would have to do the onside. I don't think we're there yet. Like I said, 3 timeouts. Houston's been shit. Your defense should be able to stop them as they've done this whole second half outside of the 1 field goal drive. Atlanta has another primetime game. So we got primetime Kirk Cousins on Monday and then primetime Kirk Cousins next week right here on Sunday Night Football with your boy King and Stay Tuned Sports. And maybe that one will be a little bit better than this one. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe at least be a little bit more entertaining. I hope so. For my sake, for your sake, for the sake of football. And maybe Taylor, instead of wearing an oversized shirt like she wore today, maybe she'll let the girls out to play once again. And that'll be good. Don't let the Swifties see this. They'll try to cancel me. And there's the dynamic kickoff. And that's going to be caught about the 4-yard line for the Texans. And they bring it out. And they get a big return out to about the 40-yard line, I want to say. Maybe even the 45. I didn't see exactly where he stepped out of bounds. They zoomed in too close, so I didn't see the numbers on the field. But a fairly good return there for Houston. As we're seeing how C.J. Stroud played during this game, a lot of those highlights from the first and second quarters there, because this second half not been great for anybody. C.J. under center, and he just hands it off. And by the way, on that last drive on the fumble, I said it was Cam Akers who fumbled. I believe it was actually Mixon who was in there who fumbled that ball. So that's a correction on my part, and seeing who actually was the fumbler and the fumblee. On that last one, that was Odunze with the carry. And I said his name, I think, correctly for the second time today, and I'm very proud of myself. Odunze again in the backfield here. Seems like the Texans are rolling with him at the end of the game. 2nd and 10. Another handoff to Odunze. And he, again, is only going to get about a yard or so. So it's going to be 3rd and 9. So he hasn't really been effective as far as getting the ball down the field and doing what they want. But we do reach the 2-minute warning. 1:57 left. I think the Bears called a couple timeouts that I missed. So. Can't believe the Ravens lost to the Raiders. I mean, like I said, Dallas getting blown out at home is a big one. But the Ravens losing at home to the Raiders. And hey, listen, like maybe the Saints are a wagon this year. I don't know. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, 1:57 left. Bears down to 1 timeout. 3rd and 7 here for the Texans. Stroud back, looking to throw. Somebody lost a helmet. There will be a flag on that. I'm pretty sure whatever it's going to be illegal use of hands to the face. Stroud runs for the first down, but there is, like I said, the flag, and there was a rolling helmet. So somebody is getting a personal foul penalty. And it's going to be on the Texans because that was a Bears helmet that was rolling. So Howard, number 71, got his hands up, took the helmet off of the player. So that negates the first down run of C.J. Stroud. And we have 3rd and 17 now for the Texans. Snap. Quick throw outside to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get 3 yards and then pummel to the ground. So that's going to be 4th down. And the Texans are going to have to punt. And Chicago is going to have a chance. Chicago down 6 points. They call their final timeout. So now they have no timeouts. 1:45 left. If they can score a touchdown and an extra point, they win the game. That's what we're talking about here. Bears have a chance to win the game. Tommy Townsend out to punt the ball for the Texans. Are you ready for this? I can't believe we're at this point where we have a chance for a last-minute drive to win the game. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But there's a chance. We have a little bit of excitement here at the end of the game. And that's all you really want. That's all you can really ask for. There's the punt from Townsend. And that's going to make it to about the 20-yard line where it is fair caught by the Bears and DeAndre Carter. And we're getting ready here for the last drive, the last gasp of the Chicago Bears. It's touchdown or bust. And it's either the Bears win the game with an extra point or the Bears lose. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, for what has been an awful second half. Might have an exciting finish. And that's all we can hope for. Whether it's a football game, whether it's in the bedroom, whether it's life. An exciting finish is all you can really hope for. 1:37. 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. 80 yards to glory for Caleb Williams, the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Stepping back, looks, throws, completes the pass, and he breaks away, and he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Bears moving again, no timeouts. That was Odunze there, the rookie, fellow rookie, with the big-time catch. Caleb takes the snap in, shotgun, back, looks, throws to the sidelines, and that's going to be incomplete. As he was looking for Gerald Everett. That's going to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. 1:07 left here in the game. Bears looking to make a miracle happen here at the end of Sunday Night Football in what was a very boring second half. Caleb back in the shotgun. DeAndre Swift in the backfield with him. And he gets murder-sacked. Again, the Bears' offensive line cannot protect him. It is 3rd down. Clock is ticking. 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. Time ticking away. 3rd and 18 for Caleb Williams. 41, 40, 39, 38. Caleb Williams looking to throw. He now tries to run. Gets murdered again. Inbounds. 33, 32, 31, 30. And it's 4th down. And going to be... Oh, hold on. The clock is stopped and we have a flag. What's the flag, officials? As they converse and have... Just fucking get out of the way. God, these officials suck dick. These have been terrible officials in this game. So they call illegal formation on the Bears. So they waste a bunch of time. That play is... the penalty is declined anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But the clock stops on the penalty. So that helps the Bears out, I guess. So Houston's probably pissed about that. But 4th and 17 here for the Bears. Last gasp. This is, last chance saloon time. They have to get to the 43-yard line of the Texans for a 1st down, and they are currently on their own 40. Can they do it? Caleb Williams back, throws, big ball to nobody in particular. Maybe Odunze, but it was 5 yards behind him and no one was looking. I have no idea what the fuck that was other than an incomplete pass. So that is going to do it for the game. Chicago has no timeouts. Houston gets the ball. They can take victory formation. And that will end what has been just a terrible second half of football here But what could have been an exciting finish for the Bears turns out to be much like this second half. A little lackluster. Stroud steps up to the line. Victory formation. Takes the snap. Takes the knee. Clock runs. Game is over. That is a final. Handshakes are had. Jersey swaps, I'm sure, as well, because people are fucking weird now in the NFL. But that's a final, ladies and gentlemen. The Texans survive. Not just the Bears, but also probably their own boredom to defeat the Chicago Bears 19-13. And thank God the Bears lost wearing those awful jerseys. Maybe, ladies and gentlemen, just maybe, the Bears will never wear those fucking monstrosities again. We can only hope so. We can only hope so. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Whoever watched, whoever liked, whoever shared, whoever subscribed. Thank you so very much. Please, we have our donation station link down in the comments. We also have our merch link down in the comments. That'll help us out tremendously. Like I said, liking us helps us with the algorithm. Sharing us helps us get out to more people. Really just spread us around like your favorite STD. And again, subscribing helps us get closer and closer to that goal of hopefully monetization and helping to really help this channel grow and get better so we can get better equipment and better just things to make better content for you guys and for everybody out there. And I cannot thank you enough for joining us here until tomorrow night, where I will be joined once again by Jimbo as his Philadelphia Eagles take on the Atlanta Falcons. My name is King. It has been an absolute pleasure to be here with you tonight. I cannot thank you guys enough for all that you do and all that you've done, all the subscribers out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you for dealing with what was a rather stinky second half of a game. But thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow night here. Stay tuned, everybody. Have a great night.